And we're here. We're here. We're live.
His name is different.
We are what?
We're live. We're doing it live.
Good. I'm glad we're doing that before. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special episode of Midlevel Crisis presents the Hangman's Oracle presents the Gloomhold Manor. Our lovely bard Kyle cannot join us this evening. They will be back at our next session 2 weeks from now. So today, joining me, we have Ryan Warren.
Hi.
Yes,
would you like
hello.
me to? Would you? Hello.
There we go.
Hey.
Serena Warren.
Hi.
Did
Dane
you? Wait. Hang on. Say those names again.
Serena Warren.
Morin and Warren.
Morin and Warren. Yeah.
Oh, I've never made that connection. Hey, that's fun.
What's-
Dane's here too.
What's Dane's last name? Quick, go.
Robluski.
Goran.
You got it. I think. I think so.
Hell yeah.
It's
And
now.
then Eddie's here. So wow. Before we get started, let's everybody here sure does have some neat clothes on, don't you think? I sure do. Oh yeah. Oh, we're taking it off. Nice. So these all are part of various lines of for a neat little clothing company from New York called Session Zero. They're inspired by Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletop content. You could get sweet, thrifty clothes like this for I think 10% off using the code Crisis. They're Are you releasing anything new soon, Ryan? Is there anything to say other than just buy stuff?
Buy stuff.
Cool. Let's do that.
No,
He
I
can
got-
buy stuff so he can print sweatpants. all the
Yeah,
time.
buy stuff so I can get sweatpants just for Dane, and then go
Yeah.
bankrupt.
Dane doesn't have pants. You guys haven't been able to tell because it's always his bust that we see, but
You're welcome.
it's a serious issue that we're all facing. Hey, speaking of issues, there's no issues with Band of Badgers. That's how segues work. On to our next sponsor. But seriously though, the guys in Band of Badgers are awesome. They stream, I think, every day forever, as far as I know. They are constantly posting all sorts of Twitch and YouTube content. A bunch of awesome people. I could not say enough nice things about them. Check them out. We're going to post some links below. Dave is one of the friendliest people you'll ever talk to, and if you have anything that you want to promote or work on, or just a game to play, they're always featuring new people. Ryan's been on there a couple times. I've ghosted them when I was supposed to be on. It's a great time. Last and definitely not least is the Initiative Order. They are a Discord community. They also do a lot of Twitch streams as well, I've been seeing lately. They are always hosting new games. Definitely one of the most involved communities I've ever seen. Again, we'll post a link to that, and definitely check them out below. With that being said, we're going to move right on to our one-shot here. Again, we are calling this Gloomhold Manor for no other reason than that's the name of the place they're in. So, a little bit of backstory. The Hangman's Oracle, a prophetic triton by the name of Thaelyn, has been exiled from the land of Velandor. Thaelyn's duty to Velandor was to use their gift of future sight to prevent crimes within the kingdom of Velandor. Following their absence, there's this mixture of relief and unease kind of washes over the people. There were those who did not agree with Thaelyn's methods of essentially calling out these crimes and people being committed of these crimes before the crimes were actually committed, or convicted of these crimes before the crimes were actually committed. But there are those who don't know what this means for the future and stability of the people now that they can't be prevented. Those who can afford it have turned to hiring adventurers and mercenaries like these four right here. To deal with their issues, as the local law enforcement kind of readjusts the new happenings and having to be a lot more in the forefront of dealing with these issues. So our adventure begins in the luxurious west end of Rondavella, at the elegant estate of Gloomhold Manor, home to Gabriel Gloomhold, a wealthy and eccentric, let's call him, a half-elf whose family has lived in this manor for this mansion for generations. Each of our heroes here has been promised a handsome sum of money, or a reward for investigating the mysterious death of Gabriel's family, who had passed away in the mansion just the previous morning. So it's bright and early in the morning. Our heroes are all kind of convening together for the first time outside this massive doorway There's these two wooden pillars, like 12 feet high on either side of them, wrapped in metal, and this grand entryway, and this silken rope beside them with like a bell attached to it is this kind of a medieval fantasy-esque doorbell as they await outside this magnificent looking building. Before we get started, Ryan, tell us about your character.
First, turn up your microphone and start over, because I didn't hear anything you said. Second...
I heard him fine.
No,
Yeah, I think that's just you.
He's a little quiet, but you're fine. I heard everything you said. I am playing Helix, and Helix is...
Really quick.
Yes.
If you can't hear me at the beginning of my 7-minute monologue, say that at the beginning of the 7-minute monologue.
No, I wanted to wait. I didn't want to interrupt. You had a flow. You didn't want to kill it.
You were on a roll. Didn't want
All
to
right.
be rude.
A roll of nothing to nobody when you can't hear me.
So,
All right.
I'm playing Helix, and he is, for all intents and purposes, the twin brother to one of my other favorite characters that I've played, Pelix. Helix, though, is a little more confident in himself and despises his brother that you all don't know. But he likes to use his magic as a wizard to be a blade singer. He can use his magic and bolster himself to bump up his AC and get in there in melee range and do a little extra damage with his short sword. But he is about 3.5 feet tall. He looks exactly like this, and he's got these long, sharp fingers. He sleeps with his eyes open and snores really loud.
The worst.
He wants to be everybody's best friend, just like his twin brother, and desperately needs to be holding somebody's hands at all times.
Hey, are you good? Just want to just check up really quick. There's a lot of specifics in that character that feel a little familiar.
We'll talk after.
All right, buddy. Dane, what do you got for us?
Oh, God. I am playing the half-elf sorcerer Samir. Didn't invest a lot of time into a very specific background for him since I put him together very last minute. He has kind of been like a loner urchin for a while. Specifically, he's a storm sorcerer with no other reason or intent other than I've wanted to play this class for a really long time. And that's really all I got. I didn't really put a ton into that, but this should be fun.
And sorry, the physical description,
Sure. So, about average height, it's probably like 5'9".
Some might say that 5'7" is pretty average. Like,
I thought 5'8" was
normal.
average.
Not
No, I
really.
think that's kind of short, actually.
No,
5'9",
well,
average
anything-
foot size, like around
Average
size
feet,
10.
yeah.
He's Samir is bald, but has almost like a Norse light blue, like serpent-looking tattoo on the side of his head. Dresses very poor. So like more or less just like robes, but like just not kept up, and they're like very kind of like dusty and dirty.
Okay. All right. So let's go to Serena next.
I'm playing Glennie. She is a elven wizard of the necromantic trade. Her family are generations and generations of necromancers, and she absolutely hates it. But she was forced into being a necromancer by her family, and she thinks death and decay and all that fun stuff is extra icky. So this should be a lot of fun.
I already love Glennie. I've forgotten the other two characters already.
Physically, she's got long black hair. She looks rather goth per se, but she's trying to brighten up her look with colorful things. It's almost like her family assigned her a uniform, and she's trying to change it by being bright and colorful and in very specific ways. She has little flowers in her hair that keep wilting extra fast for some reason. She's continuously replacing them. She also has a tattoo. It is her family crest on her chest. which is bones and a skull in the middle with like a snake going through it. It's extra scary and she hates it, so she does try and wrap it up with a scarf, but you will probably catch glimpses of it.
All right, and last and least, Eddie, what are you doing?
That's good. Nice. I think I hear my dog barking. So great. Let's be out your bingo cards.
We'll discuss bingo in a moment. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I'm playing Galather. He is a. Actually, it just occurred to me that I didn't even ask if I can use the Chronomancy Wizard, but fuck you, Dylan.
I don't respect you as a human, so I'm doing it.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
He's a Chronomancy Wizard, which isn't that important. I just wanted to play the Chronomancy Wizard. He is kind of dark-skinned, not like a drow, like just kind of like tannish, like very tan, long hair. I literally just used a portrait, like from the D&D Beyond or whatever. I bet you $1 million. It's probably easy to find. But pretty much he's like dark-skinned, long hair, and like around his neck, it's these it's this necklace with like these red beads on them, like dangling off, and he pretty much has like almost has like OCD, and he's very like he can't decide anything. Like he has no real like I guess I'm trying to think of a way to describe it, but he's really
indecisive.
That's it.
Is it
That's
for
it.
anxiety? Like is he like, oh, I don't want to do the wrong thing, or is he
Yes.
just like,
The
yeah,
first
okay.
thing. He's very indecisive to the point of insanity. Like, you'll see. I got this little fun
oh,
little
you'll
thing.
see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you now if you want, but I want.
Eddie, how does Galather feel about watermelon and/or giant wooden mallets?
Doesn't know. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know about watermelon.
You
It
can
doesn't
make a
grow in
decision.
these regions. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna mark that off for doesn't understand pop culture reference.
I don't understand the pop
I
culture
also do not understand this pop culture reference.
I don't. Mark it off. Do it. Might as well get
I
the
think
party
that, was that
started.
entrapment?
You know what?
You gotta tell me if you're a cop, Dane. You have to tell me.
I'm just trying to win bingo. I don't know what I win.
So
Just
we've
one.
mentioned bingo and we've roasted Eddie a couple times, so I'm just going to add some clarification to anybody who doesn't know what's going on. Eddie is a man of habit. There's some favorable phrases and actions in his everyday life that we have noted and turned into a bingo card. So each of us will find things like he will say "God damn it" quite frequently. He will have dogs barking, misunderstand things, just little quirks and traits that we have then used to berate him endlessly in bingo cards every time we stream. So we're having a grand old time at his expense, and you will notice that as a trend throughout our session. Other than that, feel free to berate him along with us in the chat. Just throw in a little "We hate you, Eddie" every now and then, and we'll be well on our way.
Can we get an Eddie emote? Like every time, like an Eddie bingo emote or something for chat?
Speaking of, Dylan, maybe for the first official time, we can talk about the fact that we are affiliate status now.
Oh yeah, there's a couple cool things. Let's dive into some other stuff before the Dungeons and the Dragons, and the Diners and the Dive-Ins. So we reached Twitch affiliate thanks to you lovely people. So I guess that means that we have a few more perks than usual. We are now making 11 cents a month. No, we're not. But there's a lot of cool traits that come with that. As one of the first ones is emotes. So we can definitely make Eddie emotes, and that is well within our realm of possibility. And yeah, if there's anything anyone wants to see, that would definitely throw us a suggestion, because we are all incredibly new to this and just as indecisive as Galather here. So that's really cool. We're also trying to get up to 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching that here, hey, hit that button. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell. Jesus, I hate that. And yeah, so once we get there, we can get our own custom URL, which we are very excited for. A huge shout out to Beetle and Grim for actually retweeting our retweet of that. They've been really awesome in helping out Ryan in Session 0. So that's always super cool, fun times. The next thing I'm going to mention before Ryan shoots me where I stand is we also have a Discord channel I've never mentioned before. No one's in it because I don't talk about it. So, hey, if you want to be the first, that's something you could do.
Let's play this game. I want to kill something.
All right, me? Is it me? I feel like it's me. All right, so as I said, you're in this grand entryway. There's this silken rope to the right of you. You're the kind of convening for the very first time. Each of you had kind of seen this ad, like looking for adventure. You all responded to it, and for the sake of moving the story along, showed up at the exact same time to the doorway of this magnificent manor that you are now standing in front of.
Convenient.
Yep. Love it when stuff works out that way, huh?
Do we know each other?
That is completely up to your discretion. You guys are all from Velandor, so you guys may have seen each other around. If you wish to have seen each other maybe as mercenaries, if you guys do this often to kind of acquire some kind of, just this is your main source of income, then definitely you could have done some stuff in the past. That is up to your discretion if you want to have already known each other.
How big is Velandor?
It's large. It's the largest kingdom, like, in the world of Era.
All right, what are the buildings made out of?
This particular building is mostly this darkened wood, but it has a lot of, like, metal accents around it. There's a stone base all the way around, and everything is kind of like this, like, bright, like, chiseled orange tile going all the way around the building and on the stairs as well.
What is
They have
the
a garden?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Just a lot of stuff at once.
Say more.
Do they have a garden?
They do have a garden. So you'll notice looking around, there's kind of this courtyard. Roll a perception check for me.
Who?
Ooh.
Serena.
Oh, okay.
Oh, why is there a... Okay.
I'll just sit here.
I didn't hear what you said. She repeated herself first.
What is while she's doing that, what is the weather like outside?
It's gloomy. It's a little gray. It's still early in the morning. The sun has come out, and you can kind of feel a little bit of warmth, but it's very much a gray sky. It's a little muggy. You're right near the water. So
Oh, that's a nat 20.
a nat 20. So you look at this like beautiful garden, like you are drawn to these like bright, vibrant colors. They have these like purple. They look like lilies just everywhere. And it's like these white like contours along the side of these flowers. And you have this giant smile on your face, just seeing this brightness that you want to emulate within yourself. When you notice that all of the grass is astroturf, it is fake, and so are the flowers.
I would like to pick one anyways.
You go over and
I mean,
grab one.
yeah, it won't die.
Yeah, there you go. Now you have a flower that won't
Now it'll just melt.
This is like
Just
perfect.
melt in
Do
her
we-
hair
Yeah.
that way.
Do we hear like any birds or anything?
You do not hear any birds due to the fact that everything is kind of fake. It leaves a lot of bugs out of the area. Nothing's attracted. There's no sense really attracting any bugs, so there's no birds that get attracted to the area either. So,
Okay.
what else? What else you got for me, buddy?
Nothing yet.
Nothing? Okay. So, what do you guys do?
I investigate the type of wood that is on this building.
Okay, roll investigation. Ryan's whole purpose is to try and stump me, and I refuse to let him. He's done it before, but I think he's
11.
11. So you cannot determine exactly what kind of wood it is. You can see that it's definitely been stained. You can see these like beautiful like natural textures and knots in the wood. It's all very much natural, but it's been stained a darker color, so it's more closer to like a burnt chestnut.
All right, I'm gonna catch.
No idea what.
I'll catch you off guard later. Where do we go? What do we do? Who do we talk to? Are we all
One
together?
last question. Can you tell me about the social and political climate of the town?
Good question.
So, most recently, as you know, Thaelyn has been exiled from Velandor. The people, especially the lower classes, have risen up against this because a lot of the crime was kind of almost like, rather than crimes of passion, it was crimes of necessity. People would often like steal to feed their families and kind of do other nefarious like viewed things. But due to this, like Thaelyn would get these visions, and then these people would be tried for their crimes before they'd actually committed them. So a lot of like the eco-political talks have all been about Thaelyn up until this point. Because the crimes of like the upper class are often either like pushed under the rug or not as like these like consistent like smaller like petty things. There isn't as much talk of them, so people like Gabriel Gloomhold will be more in favor of Thaelyn. So there's very much a very like classist divide within the people here, and they're kind of like readjusting themselves now that law enforcement have to take the forefront, and as I'd said earlier. So there's this new kind of like up in the air. Nobody really knows exactly what's happening. Everybody's kind of turning to each other and adventurers like you for help because they don't know how to trust law enforcement again.
Sounds like America. So what are we doing? Where are we? We're all together right now?
Yeah, so you guys are at that, as I said, the grand entryway.
Okay.
There's a red silken rope to the right of you with a bell on.
We're inside or outside?
You're outside.
I want to jump up and try to grab the rope and ring the bell.
How tall are you?
About 3 feet.
About 3 feet. Okay, so it's hanging about a foot above your head. I guess just roll athletics.
What above my head? I should be able to reach it though, right?
How short are your arms? Do they go above your head pretty tall?
Yeah, they're pretty friggin'
You
lengthy.
look like a South Park character with like you can only do like this. Okay, yeah, they're a little lanky. Roll athletics anyways. It'd be like a 5 to succeed.
I don't even know what the rules for standing jumps are anyway, so I don't give a
Yeah,
I don't even give a care. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know.
You want to make sure that you
Athletics
land
is going to be a
safely.
disaster for Glenny.
That's a
Anyone else can ring this bell, by the way.
that's a 10. I'm like jumping to try to grab it, and my fingers are like.
No, I said it's only a foot. Like I said, 5 to succeed. So yeah, you grab it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like it's a simple task. You pull it down, and the full weight of your person. I know you're not like an extraordinarily weighty guy, but you plus gravity makes this like loud clang of the bells together. You can tell that this isn't exactly what it's supposed to sound like. You've kind of disrupted the way that they were sitting as a bang bong, just like this like very dissonant sound that is definitely not supposed to come out of these bells. When just a moment later, the doorway opens, and you are greeted by this rather proper looking human wearing like a suit or like a tuxedo, with like great eyes and slicked brown hair, kind of showing his age. You can see that he has a bit of a widow's peak as his hairline starts to recede, as his hair is pulled back, and he just like looks you all up and down and is like, "Oh yes, the adventurers, please do come in." And he like very much like exactly what you're imagining, like his arm behind his back and like holding out his hand.
I extend my hand up to him and say, "Hello, greetings. My name is Helix."
He kind of looks down towards you, just kind of unsure what to do, and then like lets out this kind of like claw-like grip. Like, my pleasure. Yes, of course.
I shake it very hard, and then walk right past him.
You see his like eyes kind of like bulge up, like he's just like, I don't know about this one.
I walk in. I ignore him at this point.
So this house is immaculate. Like all the floors are these like large pieces of like white tiled marble. There's these other white wooden pedestals with like different like artworks on them. To the right of you, there's this.
What is the
freestanding-
first artwork right to my left?
To your left, so it is a deep blue, kind of fading to this light blue gradient towards the top. It looks like a piece of coral, but it's made out of blown glass. It stands about like 6.5 feet tall. It's on top of the pedestal, which is already about your height. It's about 3 feet. So this thing's 9.5 feet in the air.
Amazing. Okay, keep going.
There's this white freestanding spiral staircase. Each step is lit up underneath, and there's this free-floating light that goes all the way from the top of the building all the way down past you. You can kind of figure that there's a floor below you, at least one, and another floor above you, all connected by this one spiral staircase.
Do we know where to go inside, or are we just gonna wander?
It's up to you.
Hello,
So,
my name is Helix. We are here to answer the call, please. We are looking for somebody that would like to hire us, I think, so that way we can be of help. We are brave adventurers.
I hate Felix so much. The man who answered the door just kind of like puts his hands in front of you. It's like, please, Master Gabriel has just stepped out, but I can show you around if you need to hit the happenings, of course.
Well, just take us wherever we need to sign the papers to accept a contract where we will get paid with a lot of money to do a very easy task. Thank you. Yes, please.
I know nothing of a contract of any sorts, but I do know that Master Gabriel, as I'm sure you can see around you, has much wealth and is in no means going to not reward you, have you accomplish your task.
Okay, well, sure. Well, what about you all? What would you like to do?
I'm still at the doorway, like kind of foot in the door, just like not sure if he even wants to go in or not. Like kind of like eyes are darting around. And it's just like it's just kind of like dead silent and super just like fidgety.
Samir, Dane, what does Samir do?
Well, I suppose you can show us around and wait. How long until he returns?
It shouldn't be a moment, I promise.
Have you anything
Like
to
some
eat while we
tea?
wait?
Sorry, you guys spoke at the same time.
We're asking about the same thing, pretty much.
What did you
Are
say?
Pretty much. She's asking for tea. I'm asking if they got anything to eat.
Okay, so he kind of like cocks his head a little bit, like puts an eyebrow down, very much like, oh, all right, of course, follow me this way to the kitchen. And on the same level you guys are on, just around the corner, there is this massive table, 10 chairs on either side of it. Everything is very open concept. Just past that is this kitchen with a halfling woman just kind of stirring a pot, preparing some kind of a breakfast or meal for the day in the kitchen just to the side. And the butler of sorts walks up to her and says, Carmen, our guests have arrived and would like some refreshments before they start their quest. And this like peppy little like red-haired halfling, just kind of like super peppy, like very much not matching the description of what you guys were told to do today. You're solving some murder crime, and she's like, "Oh yeah, sure, definitely. What can I get for you guys?"
Well, I would love some tea if you have some.
Oh, for sure. She jumps off of her like little stool, and her like head disappears below this like marble island that she was standing in front of. And all you kind of see is this like hat like bobbing back. She's wearing like a very like classic chef's uniform, like the apron and like the hat. You just see this kind of like bobbing back and forth as she's just kind of like, okay. And then she just pulls out this like box that's bigger than her and puts it on the table in front of you, and it's just all sorts of different teas inside.
Fantastic. I will pick one at random.
You pick one at random. Okay, roll 1d20.
Okay.
Excuse me, do you have any fish? I hate fish. My brother loves fish. He had one called Gunther and he killed it. I would like to eat fish, please, if you have any. Yes, thank you.
She just, oh dear. We don't have any fish on me right now, but for sure I could, if you like, you don't mind waiting. So what did you roll?
5.
5? Okay, so you just kind of pull out this one tea bag at random. You can see these like red flakes in it, like almost like glinting from the lights of the kitchen there. And then you just like put it in a mug that Carmen grabbed for you.
What color's the mug?
The mug's white. It's very themed in here. A lot of like white and dark walnuts. So she puts it in this white mug as she reaches onto the stove, and there's this like already boiled kettle for the sake of time, and she pours the water into the tea, and she's just like, "Now you be careful with this one.
Why?
It gets a little bit spicy."
Fantastical. Make me feel alive.
Something to feel again.
I extend my hand to this woman and I say, "Oh, pardon me. My name is Helix. What is your name, please?"
My name's Carmen Sunderbottom.
What is your full name, please? Your middle name as well?
Oh, we don't have middle names where I'm from.
Oh, that's a little bit, well...
Well-timed and convenient.
Felix, what's your middle name?
Oh, the fur guy?
What's your last name?
Pale skin.
Felix the Fur Guy, Pale Skin.
Yes, of course.
Fantastic. If you're ever in trouble, I'm using the whole name.
Okay, thank you. What is your middle name?
I don't have one either.
Oh, okay, convenient.
What an arbitrary concept. A middle name. I only ever needed the one. Sunderbottom seems a little redundant in and of itself.
Well, when me and Pelix used to get in trouble, our parents would yell at the top of their lungs, "Pelix, Helix, Fur Guy, Paleskins, get down here right now!" And we would be in a lot of trouble, and I would have to fight him afterwards because he would blame everything on me. He was so perfect, and I would like some tea too, please.
All right. Any preference?
No, just anything.
Roll 1d20, or maybe no. I'll roll 1d20.
Okay, fine.
Yep. Fuck you. You're an idiot.
That's not nice.
Oh, you. Sorry. Hold on. I'm reading your text as I use my phone. That's another device. Okay. So she pulls out one of the teas and just like gives it a smell, and she's like, "Ooh, lavender," and like puts it in a cup, like another mug. And
Oh, can I have a different one, please? I'm allergic to lavender.
She pulls it out. How allergic?
It will make me sneeze a lot. So I guess not deathly allergic. I can manage.
She puts it back in. Just pours it for you. It's like, if you have any troubles, you come back to me, okay?
Okay, I'm sure we'll definitely have trouble, so I will just drink it next to you. And I start drinking it.
All right. It hasn't like taken like from the tea bag at all. You're basically drinking hot water that smells like lavender tea bag.
Galather is really just like looking over like the whole assortment of teas, and he's just like super like he can't even like pick anything. His hand will hover over a tea, like about to pick it up, and he's like, no, and then keep on doing that over and over, completely indecisive.
You look like somebody that would like watermelon.
Is there a watermelon tea?
Fuck it. Of course. In fact, the other 18 of these are all watermelon based. In case you have any questions.
Well, Gallagher, that should make your choice quite easy if they're all watermelon based.
Do I want tea? I don't even know if I even want anything.
Well,
Oh.
stop touching things then.
Don't try the lavender one. It will make you sneeze, maybe.
You kind of just give up, and you kind of just like, water. No, wait. Yeah, water. And, yeah.
Just out of a habit, she pours you a glass of like boiling water and doesn't put a tea bag in it and hands it to you.
Yeah, he'll like kind of like hesitate before he takes it. He's like, and he'll take it and drink it.
I just wanted to see
Boiling
exactly.
hot water.
Yeah.
It doesn't even faze her. She's just like she just keeps doing the motions, and at this point, you're starting to question how good of a employee she is at this point. If she just does everything habitually like this. Dane, while we're in this hellish landscape that is Ryan's need for chaos, what are you doing?
Just kind of looking around, really. Just getting a feel for like how bougie this place is.
So, basically, the entirety of the floor you're on is floor-to-ceiling windows.
Gold.
Everything's gold. Scrooge McDuck lives here. So it's floor-to-ceiling windows, each separated by like another like dark brown wooden column.
Mm.
There's like random assortments of like artwork everywhere, and it doesn't look as comfortable as it does high class.
It's just more like showy than like livable for the most part.
Very much so. Every surface is like either like a darkened wood or marble. Like nothing very much looks like it would be soft to sit on it's very much like a flex of a home.
What's
How much do How much do I know about Mr. Gloomhold specifically?
So, Gavin Gloomhold, the father that had mysteriously died, he was born into this estate as well. His father, so Gabriel's grandfather, was an inventor. He had all of these like small detailed things. Like he was the first person to create like salt shakers, and he just has these little things that he would patent and like sell to the businesses of Velandor. And so with that, Gavin would always try to follow in his footsteps and made all of these just abstract inventions that like nobody can even tell you what they are because they were all failures. But because of the like passive income from his father's money and like the grand estate and all the money that was accumulated before he was born, like he never really had to work at it anyways. So you know enough that like, yeah, this is like a Gloomhold product. Like a lot of like what you'll see in like any tavern in Velandor is a Gloomhold product. Just like little things.
Now that you're mentioning that, as I'm looking around, especially in like the kitchen area, is everything branded and say like Gloomhold on it? Like, you know, they,
Yeah,
like,
is there bottled air?
Like you look at like the bottom of like the mugs that are in front of you and they say Gloomhold on the bottom.
Some sort of like similar insignia on like everything or some
every
signature.
inn and tavern in Velandor, or at least most of them, will basically be forced to use Gloomhold products.
I sure hope we get some Gloomhold swag while we're here. Maybe they have like a goodie bag that they'll hand us.
I don't know that he had prepared any goodie bags.
Well, is there anything here that we could just take? Like maybe like some silverware or something that say Gloomhold on it?
He kind of cocks his head to the side again, looking a little more perturbed than the last time you said something that set him off. It's like, I assure you, you will be compensated for your work here. I don't know what it is you're looking for other than the handsome reward you were already promised.
Souvenirs, of course. I collect things.
Speak with Master Gabriel, and I will get back to you.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
Dylan, one more thing. Sorry. Did we establish what race this family is? Like, are they human? Are they elven? Or
Gavin Gloomhold and his father were human.
okay.
The chef is a halfling. The man who answered the door, he's human, but Gabriel's mother is an elf. So Gabriel's a half elf. Sorry.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So you guys have your tea and or hot water. You're thoroughly pissing off Fenway, or the butler whose name I don't know yet. And Dane, you're poking around, just looking at the excessive branding of the kitchenware.
Getting the lay of the land.
Yeah. All right. So what it is you guys do next? You are all you're no longer parched from your long walk over here this morning.
we wait.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Just you guys are all just kind of standing there, like sipping your tea, just nice, just kind of like just gesturing to each other. That kind of awkward phase when you don't know how to talk to someone new yet. And the butler is kind of standing there with his hands behind his back, just like looking at you guys, like he's waiting for you guys to say something. And he's just, so shall we retire to the upstairs? Where are we ready to begin?
Yes. No, wait. Maybe? Yes.
I've been ready to begin since you walked in the door. What's the holdup here?
Can I have another water?
How about we save the water for after we've taken the tour?
Okay, never mind. I don't want it anyway.
Oh, perfect. Let's follow me. He just kind of like, his posture is a little like less perfect than when he first answered the door. You've already beaten him down a fair bit. You can kind of see his shoulders curl in. This man is defeated.
I walk up next to him and I try to hold his hand.
How much XP do we get for defeating him?
Did we level up?
I hate everyone in this chat. So you try to hold his hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Could you just make like a flat charisma roll
Like
for me?
an animal handling?
Yeah, roll animal hand. No, it's just like a flat base charisma.
Are you sure it wouldn't be persuasion? Or performance?
Just flat charisma. Just go for it.
Yeah, sure. Oh, it was almost a 19, but I rolled to a 3.
As your hand touches his, he just like pulls away and clasps his own hand behind his back and says, "Absolutely not."
Oh, well, that's a little bit rude.
I find a lot. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, Glinny is gonna go walk up and hold Helix's hand, his other hand on the other side.
All right, so he starts taking you up the spiral staircase. You're passing by this like brilliant light fixture that's literally like floating in midair as you ascend to the top stair, or this top level. It's basically just this one long hallway, another art piece on another pedestal to the left of you. To the right, you see one doorway, and to the left, there's one at the very end of the hall and one about 3/4 of the way down. So to your left and right, parallel, there are 2 doorways and then another one on the wall perpendicular. I looked at Serena the whole time I was saying that, and I don't know why I was explaining it to you specifically in my head.
Fantastic.
I'm still looking at you. Dane, let's look at your face. I gotta switch it up.
What the hell?
I think
pull...
she's just the only one who hasn't pissed me off yet this session, so... Just
What race is Glinny?
She's an elf.
I pull on her arm a little bit to bring her down closer. I'm going to hold that man's hand at some point, I promise you.
Okay, but maybe you should ask him first.
Okay, I'll wait until the next opportunity that I have. Maybe the next time we go somewhere else, I'll ask politely.
Yes, that would be much better. I don't think people like it when you grab their hands without asking first.
Well, it's proven to be pretty effective thus far.
Who have you... What?
Because you held his hand.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, but you clearly wanted someone to hold your hand, so that's kind of like asking already.
Oh yes, of course. I usually just bat my eyes at him.
This monstrous little creature just like...
His little bunny eyes, just like...
Just wait till we
They
go
make
to
a
sleep.
gross like sticky sound when they blink.
Yeah, they blink at different times.
She'll just like pat Helix's head a little, be like, just ask next time.
Okay.
Right.
I certainly will.
So he gestures towards the open doorway to your right at this point, and to his left as he stands with his back against the wall, and says, "To the master bedroom." As he gestures for you guys to go ahead in front of him. I think he wants to get as far away from Helix as possible, so he wants to take the rear.
Excuse me, what was your name, sir?
My name is I'm checking my notes. My name is Fenway Aberneth. I have served the Gloomhold my whole life.
Oh, Fenway, I really am sorry about this, but I seem to have left my bag downstairs. Do I need to go get it myself, or do you have to accompany me?
Is it something that could wait until after we have shown you?
I need it very much, just in case.
He kind of like, "One moment, please," as he just kind of like gestures with his one hand and says, "Please bring the creature's bag to the upper level by the bedrooms." And he casts message to somebody downstairs. And just a moment later, you see little red-headed halfling chef just kind of like hobbling up the stairs. Where is your bag? What is your bag?
I have it on me.
Hobbling up the stairs, be like, "And I can't seem to find it, dear. What does it look like?"
Oh, I have it right here. I seem to have... No worries. We'll go on. We'll move forward.
Okay. She kind of just like turns away, like, "Shit, he forgot," and just mutters to herself, "He forgot he had his bag." And again, you just see Fenway. It's just like his posture is dying. The light inside him is fading. He's used to a certain class of people. You are not it.
So I say, okay, Fenway, we may proceed, shall we? And I extend my hand, and as I say that, I want to use my cantrip, Friends.
Of course you do.
So I just want to clear something up for everybody else here. When you cast Friends, the person knows that you cast Friends on them.
Sure.
So once the spell fades, they'll be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That's fine. It's a
He
minute.
already thinks that. Of
Yeah,
you.
it's a
What's the duration?
It's a
What's the
concentration up to a minute. It's going to be long enough just to get in the door. I don't care.
See how cool it felt when we were friends?
Exactly. Like that's for the duration. You have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. How hostile
It's
is
a
he?
little hostile towards you. Okay, so
Is he though?
roll charisma with advantage.
Yep.
Just like, again, flat charisma. You're just trying to charm this man. No persuasion. You just want love.
Yeah. Well, now I just want this
Companionship.
hand.
How are things at home for Helix? I'm just curious.
They're bad. I already told you that. Pelix gets all the love and attention. 11.
Alex was perfect. 11. That's with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I got a +0 to charisma, so.
I have a negative
little.
1.
What did you put your 5 into?
Oh yeah.
Strength.
Hell yeah.
I
Don't
should've
ask her
made
to
you-
carry
You want to
it.
arm wrestle?
I should have made you roll athletics to pluck that flower.
You should have.
Oh my
Like lifts
God.
up the whole astroturf.
She would be able to get it off. Oh, man.
We enter this door puzzle and we see the guy inside.
Okay, no. I just gotta read. You're the one making this take so fucking long. Just so we're clear. All right, so you enter the doorway, and you look around. It's very much an open space. It's the same kind of like dark wooden colors. There's this like large gray carpet under the bed. It just sticks out about a foot on either side. It's the biggest bed any of you have ever seen. Everything is very well kept in here. It does not look necessarily like a crime scene. There's like a couple things, like the bed has like a couple like little like ruffles and wrinkles in it. It's not like perfectly made. One of the pillows is askew. You don't really know what it is he's showing you. He's like, "Ghastly, I know," and just gestures to the room.
Wait, there was a ghast in here?
He's like not hiding his disdain anymore. He's like,
He said he
This is
has
where-
gas.
"No, hold on, please." See, this is the scene of the crime. This is where Mr. and Mrs. Gloomhold had passed yesterday.
Oh, I'm gonna go wait in the other room. Okay, thanks, bye.
Oh, no, I believe this is what it is you...
you-
let me reiterate. You are hired for this.
Glennie, do you need a friend out there with you?
Yes, please.
I go out with the side with her.
Now, I do... Okay, all right. Yes. Galather and Samir, was it? Whose names? I don't know if he ever asked. It's fine. This is going great. If anyone was wondering how this is going, it's great. You two, if you wish to investigate of some sort the surroundings, this is where the bodies were found just yesterday.
Where was the bodies found? Like exactly on the bed, on the floor, on the wall, perhaps ceiling?
The ceiling, no, that would be quite ridiculous. I find. Of course, Mr. Gloomhold was in the bathroom, and he gestures with another doorway at the end of the room, basically completely parallel with the entryway that you're currently standing in, and then he gestures towards the large bed, kind of like the unmade portion of it that's like a little bit of a flap over. Like any other person would consider this bed to be perfectly fine, but of course, like the standard of which he holds himself up to is it's a wreck in his eyes. And of course, Mrs. Gloomhold was laid here in her own bed.
How many people have been in here since they were found?
And just the authorities who have taken away the bodies to prepare them for cremation.
Wait, so where? Hold on, I'm sorry. Where did the man? Where was he in the bathroom? Was he on the floor, on the toilet, like the tub?
He get shot with a crossbow?
He what was that?
Did he get shot with, was he sitting on the can and did he get shot with a crossbow?
Was
This is a
that
Game of Thrones reference. Come on.
Okay,
How did they
I
die?
haven't seen Game of Thrones. I've seen like
Choking?
2 episodes. I want to watch it. It's time. So of course the toilet. No, he was laid out on the floor in his evening wear. Still.
Backside or upside?
Face down. Fortunately enough, we did not see the ghastly expression on his face of his last moments.
Do we know how, like, roughly how they were killed? Is it for you, Dylan, not for them? Like, you know, obviously, like, they were killed, but was it, like, explainable as to, like, how, like, with how they were found? Like, was it, like, clear weapon damage? Was it, like, is that something that we would know, or?
They had heart attacks and just died.
So, essentially,
they
they
just
haven't
old?
explained it yet. All you know, they're just old. All the ad really said was that they were dead and that they need people to investigate it. But there are currently no bodies here.
Okay. What can you tell us about the Mr. and Mrs. when they were found? What, like, you know, from in your own words, like, how does it seem like they were actually? How did they pass?
When I had the unfortunate circumstance of finding them in their state, it looked as though something had of acidic or corrosive nature. I had taken their skin.
And you said you were the ones that were the first person that found him?
Well, yes, when I did not see them in the living quarters well into the morning, I came up here to check on them. And when I heard nothing, against my better judgment, I entered the bedroom to find...
Insight check.
Go for it. It begins to tell you, reiterate, I found her here and him in the bathroom. Corrosive and acidic marks that had taken to their skin.
16.
16. You're a little off-put by the fact that he's still maintaining some kind of professional decorum, but you don't find anything to tell you that he's lying. You know, he's off, but he's not untrustworthy. Just a little bit overly proper.
Professional. Yeah. Okay.
What does this mean for the estate now that they've passed?
Of course, it just goes to Master Gabriel, their son.
How is Gabriel taking the news of his parents passing?
Quite hard. He spent most of yesterday and this morning away, but I assure you he will return shortly.
Where is he?
Master Gabriel did not tell me where he was retiring to, but he assured me he would be back in time to greet you today.
Besides Gabriel, is there anyone else that would stand to gain from the Mr. and Mrs. passing?
Surely not. They were well liked within their community.
No, disagreements that you're aware of, or like strong rivalries or anything?
Mr. Gloomhold did not, and I do not mean to speak ill of the dead, but did not accomplish anything in a nature that would entertain the idea of rivalry. It's just his way of being like, he didn't fucking do anything. He's just some rich kid who kept failing. So he's just kind of being like, trying to say
right, because it was grandfather that made all the money with the stuff, and dad just was an inventor but didn't really do much, and son is just like more or less rich kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So.
Okay. What about the wife? Do we know anything about like her that could point us the right direction? Like, did she have any enemies? Words?
Mrs. Gloomhold was lovely. She brightened up any room she had walked in. 200 years old, but doesn't look a day over 25. She beautiful skin with white silken hair. Never harmed anybody to the best of my knowledge.
Winnie, without looking in the room, Guys, are you looking for clues? Have you looked in drawers or like under the bed or like any? Are you looking for things?
Just
not sure.
Make sure you don't leave any fingerprints, though.
No, I think they know we're here. It's okay.
But, sure, maybe.
Alright, I'll start looking through the drawers, I guess.
Alright, so, Fenway turns to each of you and says, "Now I assure you, can take to this yourself. I will be downstairs. If you need me, please call. Please don't." As he starts to descend the spiral staircase and kind of leave you to your own devices.
I don't know this is technically how this works, but I have a passive investigation of 17. Is there anything sort of like in the doorway area or just inside that looks like amiss as we're kind of just hanging out?
Within the doorway, there's nothing.
Like there's no like forced entry or anything?
Not from the doorway, no. There's nothing you can see that really is amiss. And like I said, even within the room itself, it still looks quite well kept. Like it doesn't look like anything is immediately like strewn about or there's no signs of a forced entry from the doorway you're standing in at the very least.
Okay.
You two are still standing outside of the room. It's just the four of you up on this level now, within this room. Glenny and Helix, where are you?
Glenny probably was literally just in the hallway right outside the doorway, just like leaned up and like sunken down, like sat down with like her knees and her arms on the just outside the doorway, just like waiting but not wanting to be where near dead people were.
I think after like doing like a quick look at the doorway, I go and just sit down right next to her and I just do exactly what she's doing. And I say, Glenny, is there any like fun games you want to play? Maybe to distract you?
I don't know. Do you know any fun games?
Yeah, I play tic-tac-toe usually.
Okay. How do we... do you have something to play tic-tac-toe?
We can carve it on the floor.
Oh, that seems smart.
Glenny, I noticed Serena, you were rocking back and forth. Is that something that Glenny was doing?
Probably a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so as you rock backwards, you feel the wall kind of press in a little bit. As one side of it, you hear this pop and a click.
I don't think walls do that. She'll turn around to like look at it, maybe press it a little harder.
So as you press it, a switch releases and it opens up. This is a concealed doorway. Upon looking inside, it's literally just a closet. There's some cleaning. There's like a mop, a broom, some things hung up on the wall. It's like slatted walls to from like one end to the other with hooks on them, and just like dusters and small brushes in there. Nothing overly concerning, but you start to get an idea of how this house is laid out.
Guys, check for secret doors.
We do that.
Yeah, I'm still looking through those drawers.
Start Scooby-Dooing the whole room. Just
Take books off of the shelf, throw them on your shoulder.
Throwing everything.
If you take a book off the shelf and throw it at the wall behind you, you can check for two secret doors at once.
But Glenny will actually look for something that she could use to play tic-tac-toe with in the cleaning closet.
There's like along the wall there's like 3 dusters and 2 brushes, and you kind of like take out some of the dusters and you lay them in like a hashtag. I forget what the term is, like a pound sign, a grid. Fuck me. On the ground, and you're like, so you found those, but nothing is really sparking your imagination as far as X's and O's go.
Felix, how sharp are your nails?
Oh, they're very sharp.
Oh, can you carve into the
Oh,
floor?
yes, that's what I was going to do, but you didn't seem like you wanted me to do that. But I will absolutely... I just start doing it.
So, the floor you're on now is marble.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be a bit stronger than your
I get out my
Your nails?
I get out my
That's not gonna
ink.
feel good at all.
I get out my ink pen and I just start to draw on the floor.
Yeah, I also have an ink pen, so
Thank you.
I do also have parchment, but this seems like more fun.
Yeah, I got a parchment and a book, but I think I'm just thinking about just distracting her, so I just grab it and start doing it on the floor. I think it's more fun anyways. Probably laying down now on my stomach with like my feet kicking up behind me as I'm doing the grid.
Hey, Eddie and Dane, please do something.
I already told you, I'm Scooby-Doo in the room.
Yeah, I looked into the drawers. You said
Wasn't
nothing
kidding.
about it. No,
Sorry, they're squeaky wheel gets the grease, you know? Yeah, Dane, you start pressing along the walls, and along the right side of the room, same side the doorways are on for the washroom and the entry to the door. You feel another door kind of push, or another piece of the wall push and release as you open up to see all these expensive looking like suits and gowns. This is essentially their closet. It's hidden into the wall as well. That's why it looks so empty in here, because everything is kind of hidden into like this wall section here. Eddie, what is it you're looking for? Roll investigation.
Okie dokie. Uh, 20.
Natural or?
No, I'm modded.
Okay.
Dirty.
So you start opening the drawers, and so there's one dresser up against the back wall with a mirror on it facing the bed. It's an 8-drawer dresser, so there's 6 small ones along the top and then 2 larger ones. The 6 small drawers just seem to have things for like cosmetics, and like a couple of them just look like little throwaway drawers with like books and just things that like people don't generally like consider. You know, like, I don't know if you have like a fuck it drawer in your house, or you just things go to die, like that
Junk drawer?
screwdriver. Yeah. At the bottom 2, however, look like they are well folded, just nightgowns and evening wear. The top one being Mr. Gloomhold, and the bottom one being Mrs. Gloomhold. Presumably gender stereotype or whatever. But nothing out of the ordinary really stands out to you.
I guess I'll look under the bed then.
Okay. We'll just keep rolling off that same one. You notice, poking under the bed, that there's a small, almost like burnt mark on the corner of the rug, the gray rug that's underneath the bed.
Like a burn mark on the corner of the rug and underneath the bed.
Yeah. Not the corner, but sorry, the edge.
Okay.
It's in line with just below where the pillow is on Mrs. Woodhold's side of the bed.
Okay. Would this burn mark look? So does it look like a line? Like what? Does it look anyway, like suspicious in a way that would might indicate a spell or something was used on that?
So it's not a straight line. It's very like abstract shape. It doesn't look like there's any particular method to it. It wasn't like laser precision by any means. It's a very like chaotic looking like little corroded burn.
Oh, it's corroded, you say?
Maybe.
Much like the corrosion on the bodies?
I guess I'll call over Samir, right? Is that it? Yeah. I'll call Samir, check this out.
He's within like a foot and a half of you.
Oh. Anyway, Samir, can I just Hi, buddy!
Yes.
Hey, hi!
We're literally in the same room. It's like, I'm a little startled, like, oh.
You're both
yeah.
within like 3 feet of the doorway too, so.
I found a thing.
Wonderful. What can you elaborate a little bit? What are we
It's
talking?
a corroded burn mark. Something probably something important. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. So I crawl under the bed and, do I see what he was talking about?
Yeah, so it's not actually under the bed. He was kind of
okay.
crawling under and looking under when he kind of saw next to his hand as he was poking around. It's on the outside edge of the rug, and yeah, it's this like small, like probably like 7/8 of an inch corroded mark on the edge of the rug.
Is it like an area rug or?
What do you mean an area rug?
Like a rug that can be removed. Like it's not like a
Not a carpet. It is a
Right.
rug.
Yeah, it's a rug. It's a 9x12 gray rug.
Okay.
A little bit. What's the word I want to use? Not flopped, but like shag kind of
Brushed.
material, but very short.
Okay. Can I roll it up and see if there's anything underneath it?
There is a giant bed on it. So
Move the bed.
Yeah, but you can
Scooby-Doo
still
the
like
bed.
lift
Get
up
it outta here.
like the side though, right?
Yeah.
Is it the exact same size of the
Yeah.
bed?
No, it comes out. The rug I said comes out a foot from the bed on either side.
Yeah, so you probably flip up like the foot of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you lift up the flap and see that the wood underneath had burned through a fair bit as well. Not all the way down. You can't see through it by any means, but whatever it was went through the rug into the floor.
The bed and the dresser that are in here, do they seem like they're like heavy at all?
It's all like natural wooden materials, so
Like
it's basically
real-
like having like a fucking tree like as a bed. Like this thing is like on a 9x12 carpet and only like a foot extends on either side. So this is like a 7-foot like wide bed. It's massive.
Can I investigate the bed for like any of that like burns, perhaps?
Yep. Just roll another investigation check.
Sure.
While he's working on that, is there anything on the floor that would indicate any of those pieces of furniture have been moved recently, like any drag marks or anything?
Roll investigation as well.
Cool.
17.
17. So you look and see that there are 2 small marks of the same style burn on the blanket as well, and a little bit on the sheet.
Okay. I'll relay that to Samir, I guess that's everybody. Be like, hey, there's some more burn marks on this bed right here.
Not the other bed.
Helix and Glinny make performance rolls, contesting each other. Whoever wins won the game of tic-tac-toe.
Oh my god, amazing. What type of bed is it, Dylan? Like, does it have a canopy? Does it, like, what's it?
There's no canopy, but it has this, like, curved arched wooden headboard, so it's like starts like relatively thick at the bottom, probably about like 3 inches on like the leg, and it's all one giant piece as it arcs upwards to this like the curvature extends to about being like 6 inches thick at the top, so the foot of the bed is standing about like maybe 8 or 9 inches away from the wall as the headboard, the top of it rests against the wall.
Did you try to over?
I drew a 10.
Guys, has anybody checked the ceiling or like anything up high for anything?
As she mentions that, I look straight at the ceiling because clearly looking around the floor, I didn't find much. I rolled a 7.
And you rolled a 7?
Yeah, when I was staring at the floor, so I'm just like, is there anything here? Just immediately look
What
at the
about up
ceiling.
there?
So as much as like investigation rolls, you definitely want to roll like a 19 or a 20, things like that. There are things that are easy to find. So as long as you roll above a 5, then you'll still find things, just maybe not to the extent that you were looking for. So real quick, the ceiling, it's just like a white flat ceiling. None of that 80s popcorn bullshit. It's just like very nice.
Oh, like my
smooth.
house, thank you.
Yeah,
My
no,
parents'
like my
house.
house too. Yeah. But yeah, so it's just like a flat white ceiling. Around the top of the room, there's a very thick crown molding going all the way across the room, matching the contour of the same like dark wooden aesthetic of the rest of the house.
Also, I won tic-tac-toe.
Nice, congrats. And like, to what extent? What did you roll, and Ryan, what did you roll?
I rolled a 10.
I rolled an 18.
An 18. So, you're looking at it, and you realize that Ryan straight up missed a turn. So, like, you got, like, 3 X's on there, there's 1 O.
Oh.
Like, he forgot how to play.
It's funny that
Just
you
kept
think.
drawing over the same one.
It's funny that you think I would give her the X's. Well, let's be real.
Oh. But you were trying to cheer her up.
Yeah, you let her choose.
You let her win, honestly.
I guess. I got this close to casting Friends on you and distracting you to win,
Aw.
but I didn't. Maybe the next time. Would you
when
look at that? You beat me.
Wow, this really was a great distraction.
It was. So we completely forgot all about the murders on the other side of the wall.
Oh yeah, there were dead people there.
Oh, that's okay. We can play again.
You just kind of move the grid over a few inches. You just move the grid of like cleaning supplies over a few inches because you realize that you can't get it off of the floor below you.
Why, there's cleaning supplies behind us.
Yeah, but you're not worried about that. You just shuffle over your grid and start playing again. You just kind of scoot over 7 inches. And,
Hang on. What do you mean we move our grid over? You know I'm drawing on the floor with the ink, right?
I know you're drawing the X's and O's, but she made the grid out of like
cleaning supplies.
brush handles and stuff.
Got you. All right, cool.
So,
I think I missed that.
So the X's and O's now make no fucking sense to anybody.
All right, cool.
Because the grid is removable.
Got it. I'm there with it. Down with that.
It's a mess.
That's okay.
Does this room have windows, or is this?
Yeah.
I
So
hope so.
the opposite side of the room, there is this giant window. You look out, even through kind of like the grayness of the clouds, you see this like beautiful like view of Grand Vela Island, which is just looks so small from where you're standing. You see like the rest of the house below. There's like a pool below you and another deck on the floor below you. Just beneath you is the kitchen. So there's like a little like dining like patio set there. It's just like an absolutely gorgeous view. Samir is standing next to you by this window as he's kind of like poking around on the floor when you see that there is a vent duct below you.
There's a vent duct below me. Okay. Yeah, I'll relay that to Samir and the rest of the party.
Hey, look at our feet!
What?
Nothing. It's by your feet. Please continue doing
Hey,
stuff.
look at that! I'll point down. It's like it's by your feet. And I guess I'll investigate the vent just to see what's going on with it.
Is there any vents out here in the hallway? As he points that out in the room.
Hey, let's have our 50th investigation check of this session. Both of you roll investigation.
You're the one that wanted a murder mystery.
I don't know. Fuck
Hey,
it.
you built this whole scenario.
Yeah, this is
so-
on you.
That doesn't mean I'm not allowed to.
I
Those
got
are
a
great.
26.
23.
26? 23? Okay, so, Ryan, there is another event, kind of a little off-center in the hallway you're in. It's just past the staircase, opposite side of the hallway as the other pedestal in the art piece.
I say, Glennie, hold on 1 minute. And I jump up to my feet and I run over, pitter, patter, pitter, patter. And I go, I get down, like right down. I put my face against it. I go, hello, it's me, Pelix. Galather, can you
it's
hear me in
not.
there?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
Helix, it's Helix. Oh no, I've done it.
Pelix wants to be Pelix so bad.
I want to be Pelix. He's more adorable. He doesn't do this kind of stuff. I say, it's me, Helix. Do you hear me in there, Galather?
God, there's someone in that vent!
So, you do, Helix hears it kind of echo distantly as he keeps shouting in it. Galather, you go to put your face to the vent to see if you can hear him. You kind of get excited. You hear him. He's like 12 feet from you. You kind of hear, or 15, 20 feet from you, I guess at this point. You still hear him shouting from the open hallway. And you just get excited. You jump down, and then you put your face right up against the vent to like listen in on what he's saying. When you see this little reminiscent splotch of black like slime next to the vent.
Who does?
Galather.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking to. Okay.
Yeah.
Lick it.
You also hear the echoing of his voice, but you hear it much more clearly from the hallway. It's just like this muffled like from the vent.
Before I get up, I want to yell. Also, Fenway, if you can hear me, you're gonna need some bleach up here. And then I stand up and I go over back to continue playing tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
You just kind of hear this like loud clang from downstairs, like somebody just like dropped something.
Nice. I'll like kind of like take the black ichor and I kind of like scoop it up with my finger. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, what are your guys' like wisdoms and intelligence scores?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Because like
Infinitely
Linny's
better.
are really high.
Yeah, man, I got +4 for intelligence, +1 for wisdom.
+1 intelligence, +2 wisdom.
Plus
So
4 intelligence,
as
plus
you
2 wisdom.
scoop it up, you Samir, you notice that he kind of like he just gets this whole glob in one go, and that there's kind of like this like hole in the floor where it was sitting. So there's more in the hole. It's burned a small spot into the wood below him, and then you let out this loud like "ah fuck" as it like burns your finger. You take 3 points of damage.
What type of damage?
Acid damage?
Yeah.
Oh God! Ow! Ah! Ah!
No!
Like you're smarter than that. Well, okay,
Do
Gallagher
you do
is
that? Because I have to make another roll if you do that.
No, I really wish I
Lord.
did.
Oh no.
like
Okay.
our other characters, sure, I could see them doing that.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Hangman's crew.
Zephyr would definitely
The
lick it.
Hangman's idiots, yes.
I really want to, but no.
Zephyr would have cut the bed in half by now, calling it a
Yeah.
fucking stealth check.
Full of something
I need
inside.
I need to unlock
Pick
the bed.
lock.
So, Galather, what is your intelligence modifier?
It's +4, so it's decent.
It was decent.
So, although you weren't thinking about the repercussions of your actions, after it burns, you do immediately think of the washroom that was in the room just over from you. You walk over, there's this fountain-like structure in there that's constantly like filtering water into this small like stone bowl, and it keeps like clean water coming into the estate nonstop, and you start washing your hands out of there.
Okay. Then I'm in the bathroom. Actually, can I investigate this thing just in case? Maybe I'll find fingerprints or something. I don't know. Fuck it. Or more of that black ichor.
Yeah, definitely.
Investigation check?
Another fucking investigation check. I didn't think this through.
Oh, no. People are rolling investigation checks that are a murder mystery.
It's more the absolute like the sheer amount of them, you know.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Somebody
Do I
hits
roll it, or-
someone or something. Just go downstairs and just punch Carmen and just see what happens.
Alright, well, I'm gonna roll it. Here I go. Oh. A
Just-
15.
So you look around the washroom and you see that there's a small like crack in the floor, in the tiled floor below you. Your immediate assumption is that when Mr. Gloomhold was in here, he had fallen over, and this mark is from him hitting the ground.
That makes sense. Okay.
There's nothing to back that up. That's just what you immediately think.
Yeah.
It's a
No.
pretty good guess.
Yeah. That makes sense. I guess I'll tell Samir. It's like, oh, hey, there was some acid over there, and it burned me.
I watched you almost eat it. Yeah. What was that about?
I didn't know if I wanted to get it off my finger through my mouth. You know.
You didn't know either.
Well, I couldn't decide. I didn't want to make any decisions, so I kind of just looked at it and wasn't really sure. Anyway, yeah, there's acid in here. I'm pretty sure these people got killed by acid.
We've established that. Yeah.
Yeah, they might have
We're
been.
past that.
Yeah, and there's a
We're
crack
well
in the
past
floor. I'm pretty sure that guy who died fell over and bashed his head on the floor.
Good.
Good? Good, that's good.
I'm staring at the black or whatever ooze nonsense is on the floor. Is it like actively burning away the floor, or is it just able to like sit there in like whatever hole that it's in?
It's burning it, but it's at like such a slow pace. Like if you're like sitting and staring at it, you can hear this like slight sizzle, but it's not like just fucking. It's not strong enough to just continuously to burn into the wood.
And there's nothing on the ceiling like right above me, like over there, is there?
Nothing on the ceiling. No, it's a clear white ceiling.
Can I cast Mage Hand to try to pick the black ichor out of the hole and just see if there's anything like underneath, like if there's like a lot more of it sitting in there?
Interesting. So Mage Hand, yeah, the limitation is 5 pounds. So this isn't 5 pounds ichor. So
It's real thick ichor.
Thicker,
Thicker,
they call
if you
it.
will.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah, go for it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I do that.
Fucking
First
do
round
it.
off the roll, I think.
Yeah, no,
So-
it's a cantrip. No.
Yeah.
Real quick, shout out to Band of Badgers that just dropped on in and is hanging out with us right now.
Again, as I said earlier in the episode, Dave is the most handsome boy. So definitely go show Band of Badgers some love. They are the best people in the world, and I say that without hyperbole. It's a real big contrast to the assholes I play with.
Do you want to try to explain to them what the hell we're doing right now?
To Dave, definitely. We're trying our best to do a one-shot that Ryan keeps poking holes in. So essentially we are playing, these are essentially mercs for hire. They were brought into Gloomhold Manor to kind of investigate this estate, to find out what happened to the parents of Gabriel Gloomhold. They mysteriously died yesterday morning, and they had just recently found these marks of like corrosion and this black ooze that Eddie here, Galather, almost ate. And
Cool.
essentially they are being offered a handsome reward, a large sum of money for finding out what happened to Mr. and Mrs. Gloomhold. I think that pretty much covers everything we're going to do in here.
I'll turn to Samir and I'll ask, hey, do you think maybe we should like talk to the people around? Maybe they might know something. Maybe. Like, I don't know if we should investigate this room any more than we already have.
I don't know. We keep finding things.
I don't know. I'm undecisive. I can't make any decisions.
So just another like we're going to go over everybody's characters again really quick, just for the Band of Badgers boys. Galather is this like incredibly indecisive, like couldn't decide even after agreeing to this job if they even wanted to do it. Glennie is just like a rose petal in a flock of crows. Like she just doesn't really vibe with the rest of her. You know how Thor looks standing next to like Loki and Hela? That's her family. She's just like this peppy, like little like cheerleader of a person who's just surrounded by a bunch of like dramatic theater goths.
Except she's the one that looks like a goth.
Yeah. Samir, Dane's character, just kind of this bald, like Viking-esque character with like a serpent tattoo, very kind of intimidating looking. Everyone here is a caster, I believe. Dane's the only one that's a sorcerer. Everyone else here is a wizard. We have a storm sorcerer and 3 different wizards, and Helix here has some brother
Abandonment issues.
Yeah, some definite like neglect-based trauma. Who doesn't, right? Now they're using their combined skills to do their best to find out what happened to these poor rich people.
All right. So what was the last thing? What was the last thing we were doing? Who was touching goo?
Last thing we were doing, I was using Mage Hand to try to get this black ooze out of the floor.
So, and you, Ryan, you and Serena were vandalizing the marble floor, playing tic-tac-toe.
You say vandalizing. I say we were just having fun. I was trying to distract my friend.
Utilizing.
I never said
Really
you weren't having
decorating
fun.
We were
I never said
increasing.
you
We
not
were
having
increasing
fun.
property value.
I have a property, and its value is not based off of floor carvings.
Well, maybe you should let your kid draw on the floor more. Just saying.
We'll discuss. Just real quick, Helix and Glennie roll performance checks again to see who wins this round of tic-tac-toe. Dane, as you what are you kind of looking for with this black ichor?
So I'm just looking to see how much of it is like sitting in the floor to try to gauge like how much of this stuff like wasn't here. Because I know you said that there's only like a little bit that's there, but like I'm trying to figure out like how deep the rabbit hole goes. Like, is there like a ton of it that's just like slowly seeping through the floor?
So liquids are interesting. If you have a 1-ounce shot glass, it doesn't look like very much, but you splash it on a table, and all of a sudden that table's soaked, right?
Mm-hmm.
So using that knowledge, you see that it's maybe like 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces of this liquid. It definitely went relatively deep. Like imagine like one of those tall shot glasses that you get at the bar where they trick you into thinking you're getting more alcohol than you are. So it's about that deep. I have some deep-seated issues with how I'm served alcohol, I guess. We'll discuss that later. But yeah, so what's your intelligence? Should I have offered that much information? I know Eddie has a +4.
I have a +1 intelligence.
That's enough. Any average person can kind of figure
I mean,
that
I'm
out.
already using Mage Hand to touch it instead of my real hand, so I think
Yes,
I'm a little
you're-
bit ahead of the game there.
You're way ahead where Eddie was.
Eddie's book smart, not street smart.
Yeah.
No,
Got all
just not smart.
that. Why do you have +4 intelligence?
I don't know. Fuck it.
He's just got a really good memory. He remembers stuff, but he doesn't know
Yeah,
anything.
sure. Don't matter much.
Doesn't know how to apply it.
Yeah.
He gets
I
the
retain
information. And is
information.
like, I could spout it to you, but I don't know what it does.
I
He's,
guide others to a treasure I can never possess.
He's a
Oh.
learner that learns through experience, not a visual learner or
I think that's called wisdom. That's a whole other modifier.
Damn it. That's true. Or
No,
not
+2 in that.
I have a +5 in wisdom.
Wow. Okay.
Which is exactly why she's
right.
not bothering with the dead people.
So
Like,
Smart.
So I have a long-term plan here, but for the third game of tic-tac-toe that I've let her win twice, we do a third game, but this time I am going to start trying to distract her and also cast friends and try to play quick, so that way we do it within a minute. And then after this one, I want to get up and do something, but that's what I would like
We'll
to do.
just say all that happens. We'll fast forward. You guys have a lovely old time. Glinny, how do you react as this minute has passed? You know that he likes to cast friends on you.
I'm doing it while we're playing the third round.
You're aware that you're aware when someone casts friends on you.
Are you?
Like when
You're pretty
when it
aware if
fades-
someone casts a spell in general,
When it-
unless you have like.
when it fades off, you know that someone casts friends on you.
Yeah, but when it fades off, not during. I'm just trying to talk to her and be friendly. I'm doing exactly what Friends does.
Okay, yeah, we'll go for it. What do you say to her? While I thought you were just saying you cast it during the game.
Oh no.
So,
I mean,
okay.
while we're playing, I'm talking to her, but while I'm talking to her, I'm also like using that as friends,
Okay,
just
so
so I
what
can
is it-
distract her.
What is it that you're kind of doing?
I
to
say,
distract her?
so when I was a little boy back down in Thegwell, me and Pelix, we would go out and we would find a lot of bugs, and we would find a lot of glowing mushrooms, and we would eat them, and then we would go to the bathroom, and it would make our bathrooms glow green, and then we would also get in trouble for that because sometimes we would make a mess in the bathroom and it would be all green in there, and Mom would be like, "Oh no, the furry boys are at it again." And then he started to become the fan favorite. You know, everyone was like, "Oh, Pelix," and I was like, "Oh, you Pelix, you suck so much." So when he left, I was like, "Oh, that's great," but everyone was so proud of him. So then I was like, "Okay, well now I have to go too," and well, by that point, I was too mad at him, so I just started to take out all my anger with my magic, and now I think I may have won this round. And I want to use that as my advantage on performance check for
Wolf.
round
tic-tac-toe.
3 of tic-tac-toe.
Third round of tic-tac-toe. Okay, go roll. Both of you contesting performance rolls.
Oh my god. 16. There's almost a 20 and then, or almost a 19, and then the disadvantage one rolled over to a 1, but I got 16.
Okay.
That's 17.
I don't even see it. I like do the last mark and I just jump up to my feet as
so-
she's like looking at it, and she's like, "Wait, I think maybe I won here," and then realizes I was like trying to charm her, but I lost anyway, so I don't know that it matters.
You know that like when you can get to that point in tic-tac-toe where either spot you put it in, you'll win. You kind of like trap the other person. So you got there and you see that you like stopped her. And you're like, haha, and then she just like puts the X in like the other side.
But I don't see her make the last mark. I just kind of jump up thinking I won. But then I yell into the room, okay guys, I have an idea. You guys said there's stuff on the floor and the ceiling, yeah?
Yeah, there's some
Nothing
acid.
on the ceiling, just on the floor.
Well, didn't that staircase downstairs go like really up far and really up low?
What?
You heard him.
Maybe
Doesn't it go really up low?
maybe the source
Answer him, Galather.
maybe the source of this is in a different room, maybe below this room or above it. But maybe probably below it.
Good idea.
This is the top floor, so you've kind of figured
roof.
that this is probably just 3 levels.
Okay, so
roof
maybe
it
it's
is.
level 2.
You were okay.
All right. Shaggy, Scooby, you go to the bottom floor. So stupid. I can't even say the
Or
joke out
maybe
loud.
if you can like cover up the hoo-hoos in there, so that way maybe
I don't
Glenny.
think the bodies are in there right now. She just
They're
doesn't
not.
want to be in the same
They're
room
not.
as where they died.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, the body.
I feel like I'm just like missing a bunch of things. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, there was a lot that was explained that you don't know.
You were playing tic-tac-toe for a while, to be fair.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
that was super in character. Anyways, I go
Glenny was
downstairs.
still yelling instructions like into the room while winning at tic-tac-toe.
I go downstairs and I'm like kind of trying to like pinpoint, look around as I'm going downstairs, see if I miss anything with my my passive. I'm not looking too hard at anything though.
Okay, so who all is going downstairs with Helix?
Oh, Glenny would have. They're friends now.
Yeah, so you were just shouting to Galather as well. Does this prompt Galather and Samir to follow, or are you guys still investigating the upstairs?
Where do you want to go, Samir?
I want to go where there's something else, or nowhere near this where you can eat it again. So I just even go downstairs.
You still hungry? Let's go find more.
Okay, I go downstairs with them.
Okay. So you guys start to descend the staircase. You're back to the level that you were on. It's kind of like a large landing as the staircase continues to spiral downward. But as you get to the second level, the front doorway, the same grand entranceway that you guys had originally entered through, swings open. It's kind of like bashes against the back wall a little bit, against the doorstop, and just kind of like comes forward a bit. And you see somebody enter, and they go, and they just shout into the estate. Fedway, Gab's home. What's up? And
I immediately cast Gust and slam the door shut.
all right. You do that. So just
I'm terrified. Like the whole thing's terrified. It's like, nope.
just as this happens, named Gab was standing in the doorway. So it pushes him back, and you just kind of hear this like loud "Oh no" from outside. Much more timidly this time, the door cracks open, and he's just like, "Oh, that's a sad dab for Gab. Jeez."
Oh, I love him.
So this guy, he's like 6 feet tall, white hair and like pale blue eyes, a very thin build. He's wearing like vibrant like red silken robes, black trim, these sort of like gold like filigree designs all over them, like a fantasy Hugh Hefner, and these like flowing like loose patterned purple pants, no shirt.
Damn, is he hot?
He's pretty attractive.
One out of 10. What are we talking here?
So he's like a 6, like he's above average attractiveness. The way he carries himself, he's like an 8. He's very like well dressed, like not well dressed. He looks like a fucking idiot, but like it's very expensive clothes. He's got like a good build on him. You can kind of see like smaller kind of pecs. Even though he's thinner, it's more like lean muscle.
So he's like a human 6, but probably like an elven like 4.
So he's like, sorry, he's an elven 6, but like a human 8. Let's call him that.
Okay.
I walk right up to him and I hold my hand out. Hello, sir. My name is Helix.
What's up, little dude? You're one of the adventurers. You're coming to help figure out how my parents, right? my parents, bro. You, yeah, for sure. And he just like shakes your arm like vigorously.
Who
like,
are you?
Kind of feel like it jiggle around. Oh, dude, I'm Gabriel Gloomhold. I am the owner of this estate, and I guess for today, your boss.
Well, that's weird. What's your middle name, sir?
Oh, bro, no middle names in elves in this world. In Era, most elves don't have middle names. You should know that, little bro. You're from Velandor.
No, I'm not. I'm from Thegwell.
Thegwell, that doesn't sound like a place I've ever heard of within this realm. You're crazy, little bro. I love you. I'm gonna call you Thegweller than you think.
What does that mean?
It means that you're weller than you think, little buddy. And
Hey,
he
I have a
walks
question
past
for you. Did you kill your parents?
Oh, harsh, bro. No, totally didn't do that. What else you got?
I want to roll an insight check.
Yes, so do I. What's his vibe? I want to do a vibe check.
Vibe check, please.
I roll for vibe.
Insight checks are now vibe checks forever.
I got a 21 on insight. What are we talking here?
I
11.
got a 25 on insight.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
So,
I believe him.
100%. 100%. You don't really know how to deal with him. For some reason, his just bravado and confidence, you think he did not kill his parents, but you have no fucking idea why he is acting this way. You're like, yeah, you see that like he's holding like an empty bottle of wine, and it's like 9 a.m. So he's probably a little lit at this point. He's not dealing with this well, but like he's dealing with this well.
What is your exact age?
Oh, bro. So I'm 19, but if anybody asks, that's 21. Am I right?
Oh, I think I'm going to report you to the authorities.
Did you say his wine bottle was empty, or was there still stuff in it?
There's like a little bit of like backwash at the bottom.
Oh, gross. I don't know why that was so gross for you to say that.
We're all like, ugh.
I hated that sentence.
I didn't like that at all. I think Glennie's gonna come up to him and just like give him a little pat on the head and give him her fake flower, and just be like, maybe you should go back to bed, Gabrielle.
He just looks at, do you take this from my garden, bro?
No.
Oh, crazy. I'm the same ones. This is sick. We should hang out, you and me. Do you want to hang out, you and me?
Well, yeah, we can, but I think maybe, and she'll just like take the wine bottle out of his hand. Like, but maybe you should take a little nap first. You seem like you might need a nap.
Bro, way ahead of you. I'm definitely going to take a nap. You guys should find out who killed my parents, though. Otherwise, I don't think I'm going to give you money. Figure that shit out. I'm going to take a hard nap. And then he goes into the washroom.
Oh.
And you
Do we
just
know
like,
that's the washroom?
Yeah, you saw it on the way in, like
Okay.
the door is open. And he just goes into the washroom and kind of like half shuts the door behind him.
That's not his room.
Yeah, that's not the bed.
Is there a bed in there?
And then Fenway comes
Hear
up.
anything and can we hear what's going on in there?
Do you all know where the guards
okay?
are? I must report him for underage drinking.
Oh, Helix, no, it's okay. He's mourning.
Well,
So
we'll let
Fenway
him
comes
off the
up
hook this
and he's
time.
like, very good, Master Gabriel. I will prepare your towel bed. And he just like kind of opens the door and like reaches into like another like kind of hidden compartment and starts taking out like all these folded towels and like lays them out. And you can kind of see from like the corner from behind the door, he just kind of like rolls over onto this like mound of just like folded up towels and just like immediately passes out.
Glennie will hand the empty wine bottle to Fenway and just be like, here you go.
Thank you. I will put it with the rest.
Fenway, don't take this the wrong way, but there was some books that I used to read when I was younger. They had a lot of colorful images in them, and you remind me of this one man that I know. You should take Gabriel under your wing here and train him, because if somebody murdered his family, you shouldn't be hiring outwards. You should be training him to become like a Dark Knight or something, so that way he can avenge his parents. And you can be like the butler that gives him all these really cool weapons and armory stuff and maybe even a really cool horse and buggy that's all black.
I assure you, if I could train Mr. Gabriel of anything, the first step would be to make it to his bed in the morning, rather than sleeping in towels. Training as a knight may be out of his reach.
All right, well, maybe some hard time in the slammer will do him well.
Felix.
Any luck finding clues of some sort?
Oh, right. I look straight up.
Are you communicating to me?
Oh,
I don't know.
my friend said that there was some burns on the floor, so I was
We
looking
found acid.
to maybe look underneath the room. Can you bring us directly underneath the bedroom, please?
He kind of gives you that same confused look. He has no idea how to read you, and it's becoming more and more evident. Sure, right this way. And he kind of like.
I hold my hand up to hold his hand. Please and
This
thank
man
you. And I cast friends.
Is broken. He even before the spell, he reaches down to just hold your hand because he knows it'll kind of like.
I squeeze so hard. I'm death grip.
How hard? So are you rolling like?
On a scale of 1 to 10, probably like a 7.
So,
Like a gentleman's shake.
okay. So when you grip it, this man has like the most like rough, calloused hands you've ever felt. Like he's like got like a carpenter mechanics kind of like grip to him. So even though you're squeezing, like you don't feel like his like bones shift or anything. Like he's got like a man's hand.
I say, this is the perfect hand to train a young boy to become someone of like a Dark Avenger, sort of like a Bat Boy or something, you know?
I'm assure you he spends enough time in the night that bats are the least of my concern. And he like continues walking along. He takes you to a spot in the kitchen. He kind of like gestures. It's like, I believe that bed would be right here, and points upward.
Okay.
So you're standing kind of in the same spot you just were, just a little more like to the right. So you're like a little out of the way of the kitchen at this point, but still in like the entryway.
Maybe use. Does anybody have like a little spectral hand, maybe to press on the ceiling and check up there?
Glenny will also cast Mage Hand. Two hands are better than one.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
what
I
they
always
say.
You know the old song. So what is it you guys are looking for?
I think Glenny's hand is just going to be like literally pressing on the ceiling for any like soft spots or like potentially where acid fell through or maybe a secret door in the ceiling.
A secret ceiling door.
A secret ceiling door.
So as you're kind of like feeling along the ceiling,
Good rhyme scheme you had there.
I like
you.
it.
Yeah. Everybody got their feeling ceilings? Okay. Sounds like a... Let's continue. So you are kind of like pressing along it. Who else was casting Mage Hand? Say more.
Yeah, that. Yeah, me.
Did you just call him Say More?
I'm asking you to say more. What is it you're looking for?
Yeah, same thing. Just kind of, Scooby-Dooing around.
Okay. So as you guys kind of
Broke the ceiling.
grope the ceiling, feel around, Helix gets like really excited because he sees these like giant spectral hands, and those are like his favorite thing. It's like, what if they...
He tries to hold them.
And then you see this kind of like divot in the side of the wall, with in the corner of it where the wall meets the ceiling. There's a small like singe there, as it's roughly about like a foot and a half wide, about sticking out a few inches from the wall. Not an indent, an outdent. I forget the word for that. Debossed from the wall.
Like bulging out.
Yeah, like a bulkhead, but lengthwise.
Like a bubble?
No.
Okay.
Just to fuck with you, no.
Nothing like a bubble. No, it's like a piece of the wall all the way down. It sticks out a bit further, and there's like a small singe on the top of it where the ceiling and the wall meet.
Kind of like the top of like a banister that's like the support beam.
Yeah, but on the wall. So rather than it being on the ceiling, it's against the wall. So like it pillars, like a pillar outward.
What's the wall made out of?
So in this particular spot, it looks like it's just like drywall, essentially, just like a thinner material.
Fenway, please look away. And I take out my short sword, and I want to stab into it.
Okay. Fenway,
Okay.
kind of like unsure of what it is that you want. Are you still holding his hand at this point?
No, I let go to get my sword out.
Okay. He kind of hears like the shing from like your blade, and he's like, "Oh no! Oh, what are you doing?"
Too late.
Okay, so you stab into the wall, and it goes through like the first bit fine, but you kind of hear like the sound of like metal against metal, like ting. Please refrain from stabbing the vents.
I keep cutting. I want to cut like a square wide enough to get my head inside of.
So you start cutting, and please refrain. Stop, if you don't mind. Listen, you little bastard, and like grabs your wrist. And you've kind of started cutting out a little bit. He's like, for the last time, stop driving your barbaric weaponry into our vent systems.
Oh, the vent systems, you say?
Yes, if you just listen, I have novels of information for you if you just ask me.
Well, why don't you just tell us? Why do we have to be so cryptic about it? I'm gonna keep cutting this hole open.
Who did
I
it?
don't know what it is you're looking.
Who did it?
I want to look into this wall for acid, sir. I'm gonna headbutt this thing and put my face in there.
Oh, wait, is there another entrance to the vent systems?
It goes downstairs just through this theater room.
The theater. Ooh,
Theater
fancy.
room?
I'm gonna go to a theater room. Okay, Helix, perhaps we can go through the already made entrance to look into the vent system.
Fine, you guys are no fun.
Well, I'll
Okay.
just throw you up, okay? That'll be fun.
I hold my hand out to whoever wants to grab it to go down to the next room.
I let my mage hand just hold his hand.
That is the nicest you've ever been to Pellix/Helix ever.
So you guys continue down the staircase. At the very bottom, it leads to this grand piano. In the center of the room, there's this like glass cylinder with like various bottles of like wine and other spirits in it. There's the seating area to your right, and to your left, there's another room with like glass walls. It looks like it's some kind of like writer's room. Looking into the room, you see all sorts of texts and the like. And then there's just another blank wall opposite to the piano to your right.
Is there like a record player in this room at all?
There is not.
You guys should get a record player here.
It's just you guys.
Oh, Fenway didn't come with us?
No, absolutely not.
Fenway was like, bye.
He's
So
still trying to
Fenway
patching
trusts
the
us to
wall.
not cut into the wall?
He's patching, no, he's patching the whole.
Okay.
Already put
Yeah,
this map
he
together.
run out of spackle and he's like, I can't believe this.
All right. Okay. We look around for acid burns, or the vents, I suppose.
Just everybody roll investigation.
Ooh, 22.
16.
Oh, that's not good.
22.
That's a 6?
So, Glenny, you just start like walking around, looking at the kind of layout of the room, and before you can like really like find anything, you just start getting like excited about like all the different alcohols in there. You're just like, oh, I haven't seen that, and you just completely forget what it is you're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lenny is an alcoholic now. I like it.
Yeah. It's not the alcohol, it's the colors of the bottles. That's like there's all these
That
like
makes sense.
ambers from like the whiskeys and the reds of the wines. It looks beautiful. It's this color that you never have.
They've all
at
been
home.
decanted into the fancy crystal bottles
Of
and
course.
stuff.
It's gorgeous.
What's the brand name on the amber one?
It's all just like custom crystal. You can't tell what it is without tasting it.
There's no
I
brand
think
name?
Lenny's sniffing them.
It's not
as
Barefoot?
She's going through.
It's not what?
Barefoot wine?
Like Moscato? No, this is not a $5 kind of wine. It's all like custom made. Looking at the bottom of the couple of crystals, you see that same debossed like Gloomhold on it, and it's just more of their own shit. However, those of you who rolled high, you kind of remember the theme of the rest of the house, and you start pressing against the walls, and you feel a click as the wall near the seating area opens up, and it just kind of like creaks open. You see this like dim light from the room. We'll say, who rolled a 22?
Eddie and I did.
Okay, so the two of you just kind of like peer your head in. You look to one side. There's this like large stage taking up or encompassing the entire one side of the room, and these like seating areas to the left, probably used for like some kind of like hired like either like jesters or just some kind of like performances that are held like within here as for like party tropes. And all throughout the room, you see decay from the chairs and singes on the red curtains in front of the stage, and these small black oozlings kind of creeping around the room as these eyeless faces just kind of like seem to like notice you without having any kind of like context or facial features. They just kind of like stop and turn these like gooey mounds towards you.
They're sentient?
Somewhat.
Do they look like anything I may have seen before in my underdark city of Thegwell that does exist in your world?
We're gonna have to have a fucking talk, Ryan.
Yes, and Dylan.
Yep. They are similar to a black pudding, but not.
What do I know about black puddings?
They are rampant in Thegwell. They the biggest concern for your city, as it is near a bayou, is these black puddings coming through there, and
they're corrosive. They do damage. They kill people. They're chaotic.
Yes.
I cast Fireball.
Okay. So following Fireball, we're going to roll an initiative order, but first I want to take a quick break.
Okay. Do we roll initiative first with the instant break? Or
We'll roll initiative on break, so we'll just kind of.
Oh dang it!
That.
I rolled it.
Okay, cool. We'll be back in just a moment. When we get back, we're going to start fucking lighting this place up. So we'll be back in a second.
Destroy this bitch.
Yeah, just fuck a theater. I don't love a theater.
Alright, we're back. Let's burn this guy's house down.
Let's
Heck
kill
yeah.
it.
Violence and fire. Okay, so Ryan, you were casting fireball. Just at the first one you see,
You know, the group of them. I'm throwing it right in the middle of all of them.
right in the middle of all of them. So,
How big's the room, though?
so to your right, there's a stage, and then there's about 6 rows of 4 chairs. So there's 24 chairs, and then behind that, there's like a little bit of space. So I'd say that the room is probably 25 feet long, 25 by like 12.
Makes me slightly less nervous.
Very rectangular, but
So if it's about 25 feet, there's a 20-foot, sphere of fire that blasts out. So I'm gonna throw it just so it's like the blast is just out of range of us. But in theory, I think it hits all of them. Yeah.
I think it should. Yeah.
So they all need to make a dex save or whatever
Okay.
you want to do.
How dexterous is this ooze?
How dexterous is to use? Let's find out. Okay.
I'm
So-
gonna change the music too.
Do to like the you can't quite see exactly how many of them there are, the slight obstruction from the chairs, but you think that there's somewhere between 8 and 10 of these things.
Okay.
So I'm just going to make dex save of
What?
what's the DC save?
How about you just tell me what you rolled?
10, 19, 10, 19, 19, 19, 9, 3.
What? That's how many 19s? You just 15.
Three.
How many of them fail?
4. So 1, 2, 5 fail.
Okay, I think they still take half damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Unless
So-
they're all rogues and can,
All right, I do 32 points of fire damage. Everyone that fails takes 32 points, and everyone else takes half of that, 16.
Yeah, that's 16. Okay, so
And anything, I believe, spreads around corners, ignites flammable objects in the air that aren't being worn or carried. So I'm assuming all the chairs light up as well.
the chairs, the curtains light up.
So the whole room is on fire now. So they're going to be actively burning.
They're actively burning. 4 of them
Wow.
immediately just die. Like, they just kind of like combust, like a little bit of ooze splatters around. The other 4, you can kind of hear this like kind of like sound, like they're very much like in pain.
What was that sound again?
I can't make it again. I tried. It's supposed to be a lot more high pitch. So let's see.
Serena, can you write that timestamp down just so that we can,
Yeah,
we
just
can
like
Clip
we
it,
can
clip it.
that later?
yeah. So, anyways, they make this like kind of howling, like kind of sound,
Beautiful.
Good,
and
that's what we need.
they're fucking not doing good.
Oh, I hate these things. They're a plague in my city. We must
must be
eliminate
old.
them.
These must be old theater curtains because a lot of them are flame retardant, so that way they shouldn't ignite with flames. But
Well, that
Alright.
was the next thing on his list to invent, but of course, his untimely death was
there were other priorities. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So we are we in initiative now?
you're in initiative now.
All right. So what is our initiative order, sir?
So, the initiative order, and of course, I'm not talking about the wonderful Discord community.
Nice.
Is Ryan, Eddie, Serena, Oozlings, Dane.
Cool. All right. So I am going to first use a bonus action to turn on my blade song. That gives me a +4 to AC, +4 to Constitution saving throw or concentration checks, and a couple other things.
What does that sound like, Ryan?
Shing. And then it also
I'm
sounds
just
like
imagining like a Xena warrior princess, like
Swing, sparkle, sparkle.
it also
It's really
sounds
scene
like
from Bugs Life.
let's see. How far away is like the closest one that's still alive?
So all the ones in your immediate vicinity died, so they're all kind of like behind the chairs.
I would like to use lightning lure on one of them to pull it out of the fire, right
Okay.
to me.
All right.
It has to make a strength saving throw, please.
All right. Of. Why do I close that? Okay, he got an 18.
18? Okay. So yeah, I extend my lightning lure. It kind of just like whips into the fire and then kind of just dissipates with the flames. And I prepare my sword for just in case any of them try to come out of the fire for, the next round. Continue.
Okay. All right, so that ends your turn, and then we move on to Eddie. Galather is right there in the doorway. You kind of saw this kind of knee-jerk reaction from Helix. Opens the door, saw an ooze, fucking was like, nope, cast fire right away. So you have very little time to react. What do you do?
He kind of was just like, oh jeez, I don't know. I cast, and he pulls out from his pocket a deck of cards. And hold on, I need to shuffle. And he pulls out a deck of cards. I cast. Fuck. All right, I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. That's also, these are the D&D cards. If you're not figured out what my character concept is yet.
Okay, you cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Yeah, I do.
On the
This will
ooze.
go over real well.
Okay. I have to make a fucking funny sound in a second, I guess.
I didn't even do sure
Get that
that
timestamp ready again.
gotta make a. Oh yeah, why am I getting the card to read what it does? Am I stupid? Yeah, guys, one. So, has to make a Wisdom save 15.
Wisdom save of 15.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay.
A creature with intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected.
Oh, great.
Wait, it's not effective? It just doesn't work at all?
So,
Doesn't understand the joke.
this is character Eddie. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Then you cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and it just kind of nothing.
And it's just like, and he shovels. And that's
I
my turn.
love this incredibly counterintuitive concept of a character.
Oh yeah, she's shit, but it's awesome. All right, go ahead. Whoever's next.
All right, that brings us to Serena.
Okay, I guess Glenny is going to cast Ray of Sickness on the closest one.
Okay.
Boop. Oh,
What
wow,
is the
also-
range on those? I guess, yeah, if you go to the doorway.
Oh, I don't think it worked very well, but 9, does a 9 hit?
The 9 hit, like for AC?
Yeah, it's a ranged spell attack.
Okay, so yeah, 9 hits.
Oh, shit, okay.
You're good.
Yeah, range is 60 feet, by the way, so
Okay,
that should be
perfect.
fine.
Yeah.
And that is 8 poison damage.
Okay. So it kind of like, through no mouth or real orifice, kind of just like squirts out more black ooze, much like the same material that kind of created its own body. It like projects from itself and kind of splits and just dies. So that's that.
Dead.
Okay.
She'd also like to say, hey, you guys said you found black ooze upstairs, right? Does this look like it?
A lot bigger, but yeah.
All right, so this brings us to the Oozeling's turn. I guess gonna make a roll here. Okay, so these 3 like piles of like black ick start to like slink towards you guys, towards the doorway through the fire and the burning chairs, as 3 more kind of come out from underneath this slit in a concealed door against the back wall. So now that you have 6 approaching you, 3 were actively burned, looking much more like charred and blackened than the others. 3 were coming towards you from the back of the room, and the other 3 are coming around the other side, so they're kind of T-boning in on you.
Typically I wouldn't really care, but out of curiosity, with the fireball, it took up pretty much the entirety of the room in front of us.
Yeah.
How much of it is actually on fire? Like, are these things walking or like slamming through the flames?
So it's the chairs and the curtains that are on fire.
Not the ground at all?
Not the ground. The ground in here is all like tile and marble for the most part. The only wood floors you've seen are in the bedroom.
Okay.
Everything else is extraordinarily flammable. So the three are coming around the one side and three coming from the other. First, they're going to attack in no particular order. Just for clarification, during the rolling of the initiative, the assumption was made that you guys each went to the entrance of this room, correct?
Hmm?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I know Dane and Serena were not there, but as we're casting spells, I just wanted to clarify an assumption. So first, Helix, we are going to be attacking you. So it just essentially like it kind of impedes on your personal space and just kind of like crawls up on your leg a little bit as it's kind of like continues to like slink towards you. And you just immediately take 5 damage.
There's no AC hit?
No.
What type of damage is it?
Acid.
Okay. Continue your charade.
Meanwhile, the two behind it just spit out this like disgusting. Again, there's no discernible mouth on this creature, so when I say spit out, it is a very loose term, just kind of meaning expels from their globule body. And one of them goes towards Galather and one towards Glenny. Each of you make a dexterity saving throw.
16.
16?
Yep. Dude, I don't want to jinx it, but I've been rolling so much better in this like
You
fucking
idiot.
I've been ever done.
That was
And
a
now-
mistake on your part.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Next
you're gonna roll like
one
shit.
is
That's a
is a one.
13.
13? Okay. Glenny, you are struck in like the right shoulder by this like weird glob of like black ichor, and you immediately take 3 damage.
Okay.
The last remaining 3 coming from the opposite side each make the same like disgusting spit out towards one Samir, Helix, and I'm going to flip a coin, and Galather. Each of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Got a 12.
12?
Oh god. Oh, that was a 1. I was like, no fucking way. No, it's an 8.
An 8, and Helix.
6.
6. Each of you takes 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Which brings us to Dane's turn. So, right before you get ready to attack Dane, you are hit with this disgusting glob of black ick. You think you see like a bone particle in it. Is it like attaches to like your like cheap garment, and it like corrodes through it a little bit, and just kind of like falls off in front of you. You feel like the burning sensation in your skin as you get ready to reciprocate some kind of damage to these things.
You dang straight I'm gonna. So
Yeah.
I think I like touch like close to where it burns me a little bit, and you start to see this like magical energy start to flow through my body a little bit, and it starts to glow red. And I cast Dragon's Breath on myself.
Okay.
So after doing so, I stare at the 3 that are coming up in front of us, and I want to step up a little bit so that way they'd fit within like a 15-foot cone, we'll say, and I'm going to need them to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 9, 3, and 3. I'm going to make the assumption that all of these are fails.
Those all fail.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Does that roll? Roll shit for damage. So they take 6 fire damage.
So each of them takes 6 fire damage. Which 3? Yeah. The new 3 that were coming up?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just noting that. Okay, so they definitely kind of like hesitate in their movement. Like it wasn't like they didn't feel it by any means. They feel like they look a little taken aback. You are making assumptions, hard assumptions on all of their reactions. There are no facial features. You're not even sure they're facing you per se. So, but you're pretty certain in yourself that that did something. With that, we go back to Ryan's turn in the initiative order.
Oh, beans. I would like to cast Green Flame Blade and make a melee attack roll.
Okay.
Against the one that is, I guess, climbing on me? Or trying to, I guess? I don't know. Yeah?
So, real quick, what is it you're hitting it with?
Green Flame Blade? I make a melee attack.
Okay.
So like as my sword goes to swing, it lights up in green flame.
I'm just trying to decide, so that's technically a non-magical weapon.
Right, but it's going to end up doing magical damage. It does magical and non-magical. It does both.
Yeah, but it's still a non-magical weapon, correct?
Weapon itself is, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I got it. I follow.
Yeah, just have to make a...
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
Yep, okay, so, sure, do your thing first, I'll say my thing after.
Alright, so my roll to hit... is a 24.
That hits.
Then I do some... Why is this happening? I do some slashing damage. And then I do some fire damage. So it's 8 slashing. D8 of fire. So it's 6 fire damage to this target. And then leaping to a second target does 7 fire damage to the next closest ooze.
Okay, so as your blade connects with this ooze, it ends up just like combusting from the inside. The flames are too much for it to handle. It kind of like deteriorates, and you see any like shape or form that it was trying to take just give up. It can no longer retain its like somewhat upright stature, and you kind of see the exact same reaction in the one behind it. So both of these oozes are dead. However, when you stuck your blade into it, you noticed even through the magical energy, there is some definite corrosion on your blade, and you take another additional 3 points of acid damage. Your blade now has a permanent -1 to it.
Okay. And that is going to be my turn, I believe. I don't think I have any bonus actions that I care to use.
That brings us to Eddie. Now, just for clarification, there is 1 more in front of you and 3 more to the left. 3 to the left.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Do you know which ones you're attacking? Are you going to flip a coin?
Fuck it.
Do you even know if you're attacking yet?
I don't even know if it's gonna work.
I
When
love
you
this
said you're
combat
indecisive,
tactic.
I love this. It is so useless, but it's great.
Here we go. Ha, yeah. Okay, that's fine.
So get a clip of that too.
Yeah. Burning hands.
Nice.
Burning hands. We are lighting this place up.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn these fuckers. I'm gonna burn whichever ones are closest to me with my burning hands. You know, those hands that are burning. Dex 15, please.
Dex 15. Who are you attacking?
Any of the slimes that are in front of me. If there's only one in front of me, then
You're taking the one in front of you?
Because I want it has to be a 15-foot. Or
That is a nat
column.
1 with a -3 to dexterity. So, yeah, what is it you want to do to this?
I want to light my blaze. Here we go. Here we go. Should I roll my damage?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure there's anything else. Let's see, a 13 damage right there.
Real quick, so Burning Hands. Does that count? That's a spell, like it protrudes from your hand, right?
Yeah, imagine like
he doesn't touch it.
imagine a flamethrower.
Like
That's
slap
why.
with like a fucking
Yeah,
burning
no.
hands.
Yeah, no.
But
No,
idea.
Legitimately just a flamethrower, but like that's why I didn't aim for the ones over there because the one in front of me might not reach. Or
Okay, so again, the fire kind of like almost enters this ooze-like form and just kind of like eats up whatever life force it had within it. You can't quite see through like the filthy like muck and mire of its like disgusting ooze-like body, but you see the fire kind of like enter and illuminate it a little bit, and then just drain out whatever was keeping it alive.
And I shuffle.
All right.
Shuffle.
You're doing great. That brings us to Serena.
Yeah. Okay, how many are still standing and which ones were injured already?
3 in all
Standing
of
is
them.
loosely.
Yeah, we'll say facing and standing and not picking it too much, but neither of those are actual terms that could be used to describe these creatures.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness again. I guess on the most injured one.
They all took 6 points of damage.
Okay. Whichever one you choose, then.
Dead center.
Perfect.
They're coming at you in V formation, just lining up.
So that is a 23 to hit
That hits. Oh, yeah.
and 5 points of poison damage.
5 points. Okay, so again, very much taken aback. Are you drinking a White Claw right now?
Yeah, I have been all night.
All night.
Well, all afternoon.
We started at
whatever.
3 o'clock.
Yeah,
All right.
I guess for us it's still afternoon.
Yeah.
No laws, just claws, brother.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know where the judgment's coming from. Okay, so again, very much taken aback. You can't tell through any like reaction, but you feel very much as though it's taken a lot of damage at this point. It's seeming like almost slowed its movement a fair bit.
Okay, and then she'd like to back away a little bit.
Yeah, get behind Eddie. Good call.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to the Oozling's turn. They're definitely encroaching on you guys, but they end up kind of like stalling and choose to spit at you again, and you see more of this like filth kind of flying at each of you. I'm going to roll 3d4 to decide who is hit. Ryan, you're 1, Eddie 2, Dane 3, Serena, you're 4. So 1 is shot at Ryan, 2 are being shot at Dane.
Dodged a bullet.
Speaking of dodging, Helix dexterity, Dane
15.
roll twice. And then you see an
12 and an
additional
18.
12 and an 18. So as you move away from the first one, you kind of like barely shoulder into the next, and you take another 3 points of damage. Just as this happens, you notice 2 more little oozlings come out from under the crack in the door at the back and start to come towards you guys as well. That brings us to the end of their turn, and Dane, I believe you're next.
Right. So I fail my concentration check on Dragon's Breath, so that drops. So Sorry, can you just set the scene again for how many of them are left and where they are?
There's 5, 3 are within 15 feet of you, and then the last 2 that just emerged from under the door are about 25 feet away.
Cool. I want to do...
The centermost one looks to have sustained the most damage, as it's the last one Serena had just hit. You had previously done 6 points of damage on all of them, and then she did an additional 5 points of damage to the one in the center.
All right, yeah. I want to aim at one of the ones that I had hit before. And I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Do you want to specify, so one of the three, as I said, the center one looks to have sustained the most damage, and the two on the right both have taken 6 damage from you previously.
Yeah, I'll do the
Left
center
and right.
one.
The center one? Okay.
And that is a natural 1. So cool.
All right. So you kind of, you rev up to cast this spell, but you're feeling a little exposed. You've been hit a couple times by these ooze. Your dragon's breath worn off. The flicker of the flames and the heat in the room is starting to get to you. And I guess that's your only action.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm good.
You're gonna take anything you can take as a bonus action before you go back to Ryan.
Nah, I'm good.
You good? Okay,
Yeah.
Ryan.
How close is are any of them in melee range or no?
15 feet.
15 feet? Perfect. I want to blast one with firebolt.
Okay.
17.
That's a hit. I'm ruining my posture right now.
7 fire damage.
7 fire damage on the one in the center.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. So, that ooze just kind of combusts. Black ichor flies left and right in either direction. Now they're left with 4 little black oozelings coming towards you.
Dylan, I just realized that I should have rolled a second attack for Eldritch Blast, because I forgot that at level 5 I can shoot 2 of them.
Yeah, definitely. If we want to, we can backtrack a little bit if you want to do that, but we'll aim for the one on the left. I definitely should have done that as well.
Well, that one's probably not going to hit either. It's an 11, so.
11. And we're just rolling AC.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Oh, cool. 1 damage. I'm doing so good.
It doesn't
Like
really
hot
react.
garbage.
Yeah, it definitely connects with it, but it's unfazed.
Cool.
And then we have our favorite Eddie. What
we
do the
go.
fates have for you today?
Let's see. Yeah, draw.
Draw.
Fuck. Oh my god. Ah. That's
Did
fine.
you just draw Tasha's hideous laughter again?
It's not a JoJo reference, is it?
No.
There's a spell.
Making sure.
I think he's
it's-
doing Yu-Gi-Oh this time.
Could be.
Yeah, it was a Yu-Gi-Oh reference a little bit. Yeah. Anyway.
You
Yeah.
can't
No.
hold a deck of cards and not make a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Yeah, you really
Just
can't.
making sure. Haven't checked anything off this bingo card in a while, so.
Huh. Yeah, of course.
We had it as anime reference, and we just we honed in on JoJo for some reason.
Oh, you fools.
Yeah, I was looking at this a little while ago. We got to make some adjustments, I think.
Yeah, he's evolved as a man.
Yeah. It was Tasha's hideous laughter, by the way. So I'm just gonna not cast that.
Yeah,
just-
you've learned from your mistakes. You have high wisdom, you said.
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm just.
High
I'm,
intelligence.
High
I'm even-
intelligence.
I have intelligence. I'm just stupid. Eddie's dumb.
It's really hard to play a smart character when you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not nice.
No, well, it's accurate. It doesn't need to be nice.
I
It's
thought we were
true.
joking still. Did we not razz each other? Oh, God.
Anyway,
Where's the line? I don't know.
backup plan. Backup plan. I'm gonna take one of the beads from my necklace, and I take it off. I rip it off, and I chuck it into the air, and it floats a little bit. It kind of spins, and it kind of gets like some traction. And it spins, and it turns to a little ball of fire. And I cast Fireball through my little magic item. Thanks for the magic item, dumbass.
I just want to just preface something. Ryan is the worst, and was just he was beating me down to just allow him to do almost anything in these sessions. And one of the things is he was asking to have, I believe it was 8 magic items yesterday. The point where you ask for more to get less. It's like when you ask for a raise at work, like, I wanted an extra $4 an hour, and they give you 1. And you're like, I would have taken 50 cents. So I gave them all a magic item, to which we haven't really seen much as far as use.
I took a necklace of Fireball in case I drew a shitty card. So
I
I
just-
agency and choice.
I took a Helm of Intellect so that way I can put my stats somewhere else.
Nice.
Yeah,
Serene,
I bury your tattoo.
Dane, what did you go for?
I took a decanter of endless water.
Why?
You like that one. You really like that one, huh?
I like that magic item.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! It was you! Son of a bitch! When we were playing Humblewood, Ryan took something like that, or not something like it, if not that exact item, and he mentioned someone did that shit. God damn it! That was you.
I
Damn
nullified
it.
so many
It's
encounters.
it's a real good item.
Damn
I
it.
have shape water as a spell. I mean, we could team up.
I have
Oh
it
my
too.
God.
Yes.
Anyway, those fuckers gotta make a dexterity save of 15.
Yep, I got you.
Oh, okay, cool.
I swear I'm not just texting on here. This is where I'm rolling dice.
Dylan's just ignoring us.
Yeah, I'm like,
Hi,
okay.
We
Lord.
gotta we gotta start a campaign to get you like a computer desk and like a second
Okay.
monitor.
I have 2 monitors. It's just upstairs. I gotta show you my house layout. I have like an open concept house and like a loft.
We'll
And
do
there's-
this after.
There's no door.
Anyway, do they all fail?
It's a hatch.
No door.
Every single one of them. Sorry, dexterity. Every single one of them rolled an 11.
Oh.
That's Tasha's hideous laughter, by the way.
32 damage.
Each.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of them just combust into this icky, gross mess. Kind of like this loud, like splat as they all like at the same time, like in tandem, just like this loud, like off the walls. It sounds like a really loud, reverberating, echoey sound, like one of those fucking sticky hands, but just death instead. So they all explode.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, as soon as it happens, like he'll just go back to shuffling and then put the cards back in his pocket and he'll like kind of wipe his brow like sweat because he like kind of had agency for like a second. He's just like,
You made a choice on the spot. I like
yeah,
it.
crazy.
So it's burning up in here. There's a lot of smoke. It's gonna get. I know it's only been 3 rounds of combat, so it's only been about 18 seconds, but that's enough for fire to get a little out of hand. So the draping curtains are kind of like starting to fall off, and like the chairs like have very much like turned to the smoke. It was like gross, like black, thick smoke. There's no immediate threat in this room anymore. What do you guys do?
Are we still in initiative?
We're
Yeah.
still in the initiative.
Is the fire spreading?
It's
Ooh,
definitely
Jesus.
growing. It's not spreading. It's just not much for it to spread to. Most of this room is flammable.
Samir, why don't you use that thing you did earlier to close the door? Maybe you can blow it all out.
I have a better idea. So I'm
Okay.
gonna take out my decanter.
I just want to make note.
It's like,
Very
I just wanna make
fucking
note
I
that
forgot
it
we
is-
just talked about it.
It's Serena's turn in the initiative order. We have not ended
Right.
initiative.
Oh,
yet.
right. Yeah.
when I was looking at all the alcohol, did I see any water over there?
Alarmingly none.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. Like, there's no sense of anything to legitimately hydrate you.
For a second there, I thought you were like, oh, I'm gonna get the alcohol and just pour.
No.
Water.
No.
Here we go. What's your character's intelligence? Would you know that? It's not
Yeah.
metagame here.
She would. Her intelligence is 15 and her wisdom is 20. So I
Okay,
think
so she's done this before.
totally. I don't know if this would work or not, but she's gonna try and use Mage Hand to pat out the flames.
I'll allow it. In one section of the room.
Yeah, no, not the whole room.
Yeah, so most alarming is one of the curtains are right by you, and they literally are starting to tear off and separate from the amount of fire damage sustained in the past 18 seconds.
It's like, yeah, do you just see it almost, so her Mage Hand isn't just a purple floating hand, it's got
I always imagine them as blue. Do you guys imagine them purple?
I
I
imagine
imagine
them
blue.
purple. I imagine magic
Purple.
is purple, so
Aren't you colorblind?
I am. Maybe that's why. I'm being censored by my limits.
The hand itself looks delicate, but it's got like little flowers and stuff on it. They're magical. They don't actually burn up in flames or anything when she touches fire with them. But like the hand itself is very like delicate looking and like very alive looking. Everything she does is very alive.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you end up just patting out like at least most of the fire on like this one like partition of the now extinguished red curtain. The part that had like fallen off onto the floor next to you has been successfully padded to safety.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And just then, as you are safely padding down, you see an additional 4 oozes just kind of individually like come out from underneath the door.
Maybe there's a large ooze on the other side of the door that's just spitting these things out.
Yeah, these things don't. Nice. These things don't like let up.
Okay, hang on. What time frame was that? I saw that, Dylan.
Okay, so I'm making these faces live on a stream. I don't think you could do anything with them that would make me. I'll show you my nipples right now. I don't care.
Okay.
Write that down. Where was I? Yeah, so 4 more have come up from under the door. Dane, it's your turn. The initiative order.
Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna pull out my decanter of endless water.
We were all making fun of you like 30 seconds ago.
Right, perfect timing, best magic item. So I'm gonna pop the top off and I'm just gonna shout geyser, and it produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forth in a geyser 30 feet long and a foot wide. So I'm gonna fire hose as much of the seats as I can to try to put this fire out.
All right, go for it.
What the fuck?
That.
All right, so you just gotta like spray it around like
Yeah.
like somebody like celebrating with a bottle of champagne on the side of a ship. And like most of the fire is extinguished by this. It was all still in these very like secluded areas, so you had like just these 24 seats to cover. There's still like the sputtering of flames on like the very end ones, but like down this like diagonal line through the seats, you've managed to extinguish a great deal of them.
Tight. And I'm good.
All right, Rye guy.
All right, are the oozes still right next to the door?
Yeah,
Are they like away from the door a little bit?
they're within a foot of it.
Within a foot of it. All right. Yeah, screw it. I want to. How far away is it?
So the ooze, if it's a foot away from the door, it'd be 24 feet away from you.
I'll save that spell slot. I'm going to run up to them. Get right in melee range with them and the door. And I would like to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
They have to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. 7, 9, 6, and 15.
The 15 is the only one that passes.
Okay.
So everybody takes 14 damage that failed, and the one that passed takes 7. The 3 that failed are pushed away 10 feet away from me. So my intent is to run up, do this burst out, and also break open the door and have these things go in to wherever they're coming from, so we can all get a good view on what's on the other side of the door.
Okay. It's another one of those like push doors, so it opens towards you. So
So like, does like my force like push it, and it kind of like.
So basically, I guess the concussive nature of Thunderwave could, break the hinges of the door. Let's say that. Okay, that sounds more interesting. Cool. So it swings open. It comes off of its hinge. It goes the opposite way that it was designed to. This door is no longer even within like your direct line of sight. It kind of flew backwards a little bit. And
now a saloon door.
Exactly. It's like my loft. No fucking door. And these 3. Sorry, was it all of them? What is the ruling on this? All of them take the.
3 of them take full damage and are pushed away 10 feet. So I would assume they get pushed into the room.
Yeah.
The other one takes 7 damage and doesn't get pushed away.
Okay, so we'll say the one on the far end. They kind of came out one after another, kind of making room for each other. The furthermost one, which would be the first one that came in, so your far right, is still there. So there's one to your almost immediate right, and the other 3 flew into this back room. Upon opening, it is another just rectangular room. There's all sorts of like chests in here. It looks like there's like little bits like fabric sticking out of them. There's some things on the wall. It looks like this might be like a prop room for anyone who was performing on stage. It's kind of like a storage space for like puppets and like capes and alike. And towards the back wall is this giant black mound of ooze. This one looking a little more cognitive than the oozlings that have been coming out. It has these like 2 appendages almost like resembling arms sticking out. There's no real like function or form to them, and there's a definitive like mouth on this creature.
Okay. I would like to Misty step back with a bonus action back to the other, so I don't get an opportunity attack. In and out, baby.
Whose turn is it? Eddie.
Okay,
There's
so
1 in the room with you, and 3 plus the mound in the other room.
and can I see into the other room?
Enough that you can see that there is another room. It's well lit, so you can't see what's in there, but
I say there's a large one in there.
Got it.
Galather, use more of your beads.
Well, hold on.
Or don't.
now wait here. This worked 1 out of 3 times.
Yeah, this is going to work. It's going to be a good idea. I need everyone's silence and concentration.
Hang on, let me pause the music.
Shut up.
Hey, we're trying. Don't you fucking dare, Eddie.
Oh, okay. I cast Shocking Grasp. Shocking Grasp.
Isn't
No,
that a
read
touch
that.
spell?
Yes? No? Maybe? Let's find out.
I mean, it's a grasp. I would think so.
If they're a burning hand, I
Yes,
with hands.
touch. It is touch. Anyway, I touched this thing.
Okay, so you go to the one in the room with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. You know what? Let's 50% chance.
No.
How much touch damage do you do?
I just want to see him run into the prop room to touch the big one.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I do that. Does anyone got a coin? You know what? I'll roll it. A flat D20.
Odds, you do it. Evens, you don't.
Evens, I touch the thing in front of me. Odds, I touch the bigger boy.
Okay.
Commit to the bit.
Shut up.
That
Odds.
is
Okay.
committing
He
to the
is.
bit.
He's indecisive.
I can't decide.
Oh, I
It's like-
guess you're right. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it's odds. So I go to the big boy and I touch him. And I touch him. I poke him in the butt.
So what is your movement?
Oh,
Because he's more than 30 feet away. This room is 25 feet, and he's at the
Oh,
back
he
of
is
the other
30
room.
feet? Oh, shucks.
Yes, sorry, that's on me. I should have specified that.
dang
the
it.
only
Oh,
one
well.
in 30 feet of you is the one in your room.
Okay, so then I guess I'll touch only that one. Alright.
All right,
Thanks.
you go.
Taking all agency away from me,
fucking-
Dylan.
You just.
What's it look
sorry.
like? What's it look like as you touch this thing? I want to know.
Yeah. So just describe your spell to us. You reach
So
out.
I rolled an 18 to hit. Anyway, so I pull the card, and I like it like kind of turns like magic. I smash it, and my hand turns to lightning, and I go, boink, boink.
You have to like run up to this thing. It's 25 feet away.
Yeah, sorry, I move up to it, then boink, and just grab it and like kind of try to crush it in my hand with shocking, try to crush it with my little keepers and poke it with my little shocking grasp, and then I'll lose my hand in the process, but it's completely worth it.
Yeah. So you go to touch it, and immediately you don't know what happens, but you take 7 points of damage and of acid damage, You have no fucking idea, like, did your spell backfire? This is, like, almost, like, instantaneous as you cast it.
And it's no damage?
Well, yeah, you are the one who rolls that.
No, I'm saying,
So-
okay. You made it sound like I'm rolling my damage now. 4 damage! Very
Yeah.
powerful.
You definitely recognize the fact that you had the worst end of that deal. Like, it's just kind of like, but you fucking like, you took you like throw your arm back and just like that was worse than when I was upstairs. Like you're not
Yeah.
doing okay.
This card idea is a good one.
It's great. Serena, that brings us to you. You said 4,
Yeah.
correct?
What?
Sorry, Eddie, you said 4 points of damage, right?
Yes, 4 whole
7
points.
and 4,
It is vulnerable to lightning, of course. I fucking wish. Alright.
All right.
What type? Okay, Glennie's gonna move up away-ish from the thing that Gallagher just touched, but within 30. No, actually, it doesn't even matter. She's gonna move farther away from it. She's gonna move like 60 feet away from the thing closest. No, 30 feet away. However far I am. I don't know how far I am right now, but like.
You're 25 feet from the ooze and the doorway, which are kind of like within like a foot or two of each other. So where do you want to go? Are you trying to go into this newly opened room, or do you want to like get out of here? What's your plan?
Yeah, like out of range from these guys with what she assumes their range is for their spitball attack.
Where is it that you want to go though?
Back. Away.
That you're leaving the room?
Well, still seeing the room, still being able to like see through the doorway,
Okay.
but further away.
Okay, so you back out of the room. You are like you want to be roughly 30 feet away from this like ooze that Eddie just touched.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of like line yourself up. It's a pretty large doorway. Everything in here is like rather extravagant. So rather than just having like the whatever 7-foot, 8-foot kind of doors, it's like this massive like 12-foot entranceway. So you can still like find yourself within line of sight of this ooze. Like you barely see its like grotesque little form kind of peeking over one of the chairs that has been kind of like charred away.
Wonderful. I would then like to cast Firebolt.
Go for it.
And I would like to hopefully hit it. That'd be nice.
Let's find it out.
Let's find
Good
out.
plan.
That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Fantastic. It does 15 fire damage.
Okay, this thing just explodes. Eddie's standing in front of it, and it's a miracle that none of it hits him. His thing is destroyed entirely. He just dabs, and it goes under and over his arm.
Where did I
Now-
close my bingo card?
Bingo
by
card,
accident?
got it.
Eddie dabbing's on the bingo card, just so people are aware of what we're doing when we shout that out.
I also have a with a spell. No, never mind. The thingy answers it for me. Don't mind me. I don't know.
Don't mind me, I'm the...
I just needed to read better. Sorry.
That's a problem we all have, apparently. All right. That brings us to the ooze. All right. Eddie, the one in front of you died. The mound notices Eddie kind of standing in front of it, and it looks up at you, and you can tell it's fucking looking at you. Like, its eyeless little face notices you, and then without breaking ooze contact, whatever you want to call it, this guy just like spits out another 2 little oozlings as they kind of like start to like dart towards you.
Fuck.
All right. Each of them make 2 dexterity saving throws.
$17 and $19.
Yeah, just kind of feeling like you have to like redeem yourself from what you just did with grabbing this known acidic creature. You just kind of like very like elegantly, like more so than he moved this entire time, just kind of like teeter out of the way of these like acidic, corrosive, whatever you want to call them, like spitballs essentially. And then the mound starts to like lurch forward, just kind of like rolling its body. It's like formless, like ever turning, but its face and like arm-like appendages kind of seem to stay in the same spot as it's like rotating towards you.
I'm picturing a giant meat wad from Aqua Teen.
Nice.
That's me, Wad. I'm sorry.
Hang on, I'm finding my pen. There it is.
And I think it's all right. Which brings us to Dane.
Right. So, let's say I have a spell that has a 100-foot, or shoots something in a 100-foot line. How much of the stuff in this room can I fit in that without hurting, you know, us?
You could kind of stand in front of like a row of chairs. It's like six rows of 4. So you can hit like 6 chairs that would kind of like go into the 2 oozlings that are coming towards Eddie, who's kind of standing to the side of the door. And
Would that also hit the mound?
It would also hit the mound. You can get 6 chairs, 2 oozlings, a mound, and a partridge and a pear tree.
Tight. Yeah, let's do that. I want to cast Lightning Bolt. So I'm gonna need everything in that line to make a dexterity saving throw.
Clear! And then just fucking...
Yep, just like try to static my hands together.
like that fucking Karate Kid thing.
Yeah, exactly.
A 9, an 8, and a nat 1.
Yeah, so that all fails.
Yeah, the nat 1 was on the mound.
That too many times.
Double damage, right? Crit damage, right?
I don't know how I want to reward critical failures. I know some people are against them because they're like, oh, you have a 1 in 20 chance, why should it be rewarded? Or, you know? But I don't know really how I stand on it. I think that's something I kind of have to work into our sessions.
Well, either way, it's 26 points of damage.
Okay, so the 2 oozlings, like, again, the same kind of, like, little explosion will contain, like, as they all kind of, like, just dissipate into this, like, disgusting, like, little, like, mess. And the mound kind of, like, lets out this, like low, kind of, like, disgusted sound. Like, it obviously took some damage here, but it's still very much doing this, like, intimidating, like, roll towards Eddie.
Cool.
The chair's fucking...
Yeah.
Like, just ripped from, like, they were secured to the ground. And the first one that hit just, like, erupted into, like, splinters as the others are just kind of, like, torn in half and ripped from their supports in the ground.
Tight. And as a bonus action, I'm going to use this Storm Sorcerer feature called Tempestuous Magic, where after casting that, you see some just, like, gusts of air surrounding me, and you notice me kind of pick up off the ground a little bit and fly, like, 10 feet backwards from where I was, just to put a little bit more distance between myself and the mound.
You are now standing, like, center stage. Like, you lifted yourself up onto this, like, platform. And so everyone else in your party, these guys don't fucking know you. I just want to reiterate that. They just see you shoot lightning, immediately destroy 2 of these oozlings, do enough damage to this mound for it to, like, cry out. Then you, like, fucking glow, you lift yourself up, and then now you're standing center stage. And, roll performance, too. Just I want to see their full reaction. 10. They're, like, trying not to be like, that was badass. You can tell they're like, whatever. This is, like, we're adventurers, too. But, like, in their heads, it's like, holy shit. Samir's fucking cool, guys. And yeah, so that brings us back to Ryan.
Point of order, my thunder wave emits a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet. So everybody in this house definitely heard thunder come from
I took note of that.
All right, cool. So I just wanted to clarify. So how close is the large ooze to our friend Galather here?
the Gallagher, it is within 10 feet of Eddie, who is 25 feet away from the doorway. So if you're still in the doorway, he would be 35 feet away from you. Woo-wee, that was not covered up well. So 35 feet if you can get within line of sight.
I think fire spreads around corners. Alright, so I won't use fireball. What size is it?
It's large. I don't know if it's D&D scale large. That's a good question. Let me check. It's large. Fuck it. It's large. I'm
Actually,
well prepared.
never mind. Lightning lure doesn't matter. So to knowing that this thing is coming towards Gallagher, I would like to move up within 15 feet of it.
Okay, you now have this like direct path thanks to Samir. There's like a direct line into it where chairs used to be. Sick.
I was gonna use lightning lure, but
So you're 5 feet away from Gallagher.
I use firebolt. I'm doing firebolt. Screw that.
It's been working so well this whole time.
Yeah, and I don't.
Broke.
Yeah.
It ain't broke.
So maybe I don't move up. I just stay in the back and use firebolt. I'll
Do
wait.
you want to like get within line of sight of it? Like where are you standing?
Within line of sight. So I can't do anything because I noticed that it's gonna damage my weapon, so I can't do much with that.
And that's 60-foot range, so you're good pretty much with the back
Firebolt?
stage. Yeah.
240 range for me, dog.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
it's 120 at normal.
Okay.
I got
Oh, shit.
240 with spell sniper.
I never have like any casters in our group. The closest we have is your fucking rogue.
Alright, so anyways, I'm rolling that.
our warlock fighter.
Maybe I should take a level in Rogue. That'd be hilarious.
Honestly,
would
at this
be.
point, like you might as well. So yeah, you are kind of standing in line with Samir at this point. He's on the stage, slightly above you. Just kind of it's this small lift. It's like about 3 feet higher in the air, and then you're standing directly in front of him down this line he created through to the door towards his mound.
I rolled a 21 to hit with firebolt, and I did 5 damage.
Okay. Did no real reaction. He kind of like
Yeah, I know.
continues, just kind of like slugging along. So that brings us to Evie.
Okay, let's see. I cast. Please, Lord, something good. Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Oh no.
I cast sleep. Here we go.
Okay.
Let's try sleep.
Okay.
Where?
Limitations to sleep based
Shit,
off
dog.
intelligence. Is that a fact we have to take into
Let's see. Let me read.
consideration?
So at the lowest can shape of just hit point plus equal as remaining total. Undead and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by the spell. That's the only real limit. Is that
Okay.
okay? I'm going to I'm gonna cast it now. Do I know? Wait, before I do something stupid, do I know this thing can't be charmed?
You would have to make a roll to figure that out.
Nature?
Yeah. Sorry, was that right?
Nature check?
Nature.
Nature. Yeah. Let's make a nature check. Maybe you could choose nature or history to see if like you've heard anything about these things.
Oh, my history's +7. I wish you told me. Well, okay, then +3. Okay, modded 20 then.
Modded 20.
Yeah.
From what you have heard, yes, these are immune to charm, as well as being deafened, frightened, blinded, prone, and exhaustion. They don't have eyes or ears.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yep, time for some agency. I'm gonna cast Fireball with the beads. Thank God I have the beads. But I'm going to use... How many beads can I use? How many beads do I have access to, Dylan? Because it's 1d3... Oh, so 1d6 plus 3. Do you want me to roll a d6 right now just to see how many charges I have?
Go for it. You have at least 3 because you only used 1, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how much
Yeah.
more we're really going. Okay,
Give me a
yeah,
six.
just
Give me a 6. Aha! Aha! Prepare yourself! Alright, I'm gonna use every single fucking bead.
prepare yourself.
Prepare to die!
Did you roll a
Alright.
6?
He
I
did.
rolled a
Yeah,
6.
so-
I'm going to use every fucking bead.
Oh,
Yes, I can increase the power of my fireball with every bead I use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You
My
are gonna
God, how many beats
you're gonna
does this
move
necklace
back
have?
though, right?
Like, you're
Huh?
gonna explode yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna move back, right? You're basically dropping a nuke in the basement of this building.
Hold on, how many beads does it take to get to 9th level?
I need to look
have-
at your character sheet here. I gotta read what the hell you're doing. What is it, bead of force?
No, fireball. Necklace of fireball.
Oh.
Or
So
something
how
like
many
that.
charges does it take to get to the 9th level? So it goes
sweat in here. I do not smell good.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Just
There we
so
go.
you all know.
So you're casting a 9th level fireball?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Fuck it.
Should I move? Wait, can I aim the fireball like down the room to make it so I don't get blasted, or am I gonna blast myself too while I'm at it? I don't want to move away and risk death, but at the same time,
This is a
So
one
is
shot.
that-
You can kill your
is that-
character, and it would not make any change to our campaign.
that's true.
Is it
That's true.
14d6? Is that what you're doing?
It's a no. It'd be. Oh wait, is it 14?
It's 8 plus
13
plus
13d6,
1d6
but it needs-
for everything 4th and higher,
He
right?
needs a dex of 15 and 13d6. Yeah. Oh wait, I can do 8th level, not 9th level. Same difference.
No. All right. So he makes a dex save.
Yeah.
14.
Okay.
You did move back, correct?
Yeah, I'm moving back.
Okay.
Right?
I'm
Whatever.
so glad Glennie backed the fuck up.
47 damage. 47.
Okay. This thing kind of like stops the track. Like the fire like engulfs it for a brief moment. It lets out this loud roar, kind of like fucking grotesque, like guttural noise from deep within it, and just kind of like uses its arms to like flail about, like almost like he's trying to pat himself out. As the flames kind of like dissipate from him as he like kind of shakes off and continues to roll forward.
I look at that, I'm like, what? Oh no.
And everything is on fire.
Oh yeah, the puppets and all the fabric, the capes, and all this like stuff they had like for like their shows and their performances. It's all fucking just burnt up. There's no real like time for it to like oh, it's on fire. No, like it's fucked. Everything in there is just gone. With that being said, Serena, it's your turn.
Fun! I'm so excited. This doesn't sound scary at all.
Dude, I dropped a nuke.
You did drop a nuke. It was terrifying. I think she is going to cast Mind Spike at 3rd level.
Okay.
It is a Wisdom saving throw,
Good.
I think. Let me double check. You reach into the mind of one creature you can see within range. The target must make a Wisdom saving throw, taking 3d8 psychic damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
They rolled a 7.
Yeah, it's a 13, so that's a no bueno. Where's the button? Ooh. 22 psychic damage.
Okay. Again, like these like guttural noises. You guys are like watching it like deform, and like the appendages that it had are kind of like lowering to its form and kind of like is it like hurtles inwards a little bit. As it starts to slow down at this point. It's not like moving towards you guys nearly as much. It's very much like reverted inward.
And also, just in case it comes into play, but I always know the target's location until the spell ends its concentration up to an hour, but only while it's on the same plane of existence as I am.
Good. So if we move between realms, we'll
For
let you-
some reason.
It's on the ethereal plane. You've watched it. Just, all right. So that brings us to the Oozling's turn. They're the mound at this point, I guess. Just kind of like hurtles inward and like stops kind of moving forward as it expels another 4 Oozlings from its stomach as it kind of like waits like through the doorway as these other little like ooze-like creatures start to like pitter outward into the open room. Eddie, where is it that you moved to?
As far away as I could.
So
I
just
guess.
back towards the door again?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So 2 of them end up going towards Ryan and 2 towards Galather. The mound kind of like holds back as it waits for the others to move forward before it finally enters the same room as you guys. So it is standing in front of the doorway to the props room, as the other 4 Oozlings are now like going towards the 2 of you. They stop within just within 10 feet of you, so they get a little bit about halfway through, and each of them spits at you. So we'll just 1 each dexterity saving throw for each of the attacks. So Ryan and Galather, or Helix and Galather.
Modded 20.
Modded 20,
God, I'm like a god.
13.
13. Ryan, you take 6 points of damage. In Galather, the spit kind of like goes past you and like corrodes the door behind you. As this is happening, you kind of hear this like loud like thud, 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 as you hear the sound of like feet pressing against some marble stairs. Glenny is the first to notice as Gabriel comes around the corner. She's like,
Oh no.
dude, what? No! And he just kind of sees the smoke pouring out of the room, and just pokes his head, and he's like,
"It's not my turn. I want to catch him." So
he's just like, not cool. Oh, my altar, and just kind of like gestures to the back. You guys, I don't know if you guys knew what I wanted, but it wasn't for you to fucking blow up my fucking room. I don't know if I'm. Oh my god! And he's just freaking out, and he's like just standing at the doorway. Doesn't make any mention of the ooze or the mound. He's just concerned with what you guys did to his house.
Did you just call it an altar?
No, see, bro, I had an altar back there. Just kind of hid it in the back because, I mean, where else am I going to keep that kind of weird shit?
Did
But
you not notice the ooze right
yeah,
there?
huge problem. Glad you guys are dealing with that, honestly. However, you're really messing my stuff up in here. That wasn't like that. He points towards like the charred mound of fucking like curtain that's lying on the ground. That's been like there's still little embers on it from being patted out. He's just like, this is not how I remember leaving this yesterday.
Well, it's because you drank too much. This is how you left it yesterday.
Roll deception.
It's not gonna go well. We'll see. She has a -1 in for charisma, so that'll be great.
Let's see what
Can't
happens.
wait. I can't wait. That is a 5.
It's like, I didn't get drunk here is the problem. So I left this place pretty tip top before I went out and did that. So I don't think that was me, bud.
Whose turn is it?
I don't know.
It'll be Dane's turn next.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Cast
I'm
fireball.
trying my best to assess the situation. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna lightning bolt at the mound again. Do me a favor, have that mound and anything else that's in a 100-foot line. Dexterity saving throw.
Within that line would be Ryan and 2 Oozlings. So
Ryan, how's your dex?
How's my dex? I think I actually have advantage against
Okay.
spells. No, I
nat
don't.
1
Never mind.
for the first Oozling, 14 for the second one, and a 16 for the mound.
Okay, so the mound succeeds. Ryan, what do you got for our dex save?
I really hope you don't hit me. That's gonna be a bummer out for everybody, I think.
Like that one time I killed Elodius by accident.
17.
I forgot about that.
17, good.
Yeah.
All right, you pass.
Still take half damage.
So cast that.
Still scary. Still not good.
8d6. 25.
25 damage.
Yep.
So
Ryan
everyone else
takes
would
half
take.
of that.
Yeah. Is it
And Ryan
rounded
takes
down
half of that.
or rounded
Yeah.
up?
Round down.
Rounds down.
Rounded down. Okay, so they take 12 damage. So the two oozlings again just like explode. A little ooze splatters everywhere. The Gabriel is just like, okay, that was sick. Then the mound, as it connects with him, he kind of like just like stops as like you see the lightning like pierce through it, and then it just fucking erupts. Acid splatters all over the room. Whoever is in the room right now takes 4 points of damage. You get hit with the ooze.
Jesus. It like really explodes.
So yeah,
You said 4?
4 points.
Okay, cool. How you looking, Ryan?
Looking rough, dog. Looking a little rough.
How much damage have you taken, Brian?
Approximately 33 out of 40.
Out of 40?
A lot of help for a little guy.
Yeah.
He's had to develop thick skin growing up with Pellix, so
Fair.
it's emotional toughness.
Yeah. And then I do that gust of wind thing a little bit, so I levitate like a little bit after that and move around.
Could you roll performance with that against Dane?
Sure.
I was just gab getting pressed.
All right. That's a 23.
Yeah, Gabriel's just like, okay, bro, I don't remember your name, but you're my fucking favorite one here. That was sick. You blew them all up. You dealt with it. You could have done this by yourself. You were getting paid for sure. Just kind of like looks around at like the destruction of everything's like everything that's been touched by these creatures has like some kind of like burn or corrosion on it. There's blackened fucking like slime everywhere. Everything's a little bit on fire still. Definitely most of the props room. And he just kind of like looks around. He's like, "It'd be super sick if before you guys leave, you fucking do something about this." And just kind of like points towards the fire, like coming out of the props room.
We're still in initiative?
No, everyone's dead.
Sure
Oh, cool.
thing, guy.
Oh no. Don't do that.
There's no spell that I own that could possibly help.
You're just gonna vicious mockery at the fire.
Tasha's hideous laughter. Alright,
Worst fire I've ever seen.
someone nice. Someone actually do something for real.
I decanter endless water.
Yeah, you just kind of like spray it around.
I
Still
fire
his
Yo,
hose.
favorite.
You know
Yeah.
what? Screw this. How far away is this dickhead to me?
Like 10 feet.
I've decided I don't like him.
What?
The guy that's paying us?
Yeah.
Alright.
But we
You
didn't even
cast
solve this
friends on him?
groovy
Like, what does this
mystery
mean?
yet.
I have my sword out and I stomp up to him and I say, excuse me, sir.
Oh, what's up, little bro?
Please explain yourself.
Oh, so I hired you guys because I was like, what happened to my parents? And then you guys were supposed to deal with it and not mess up all my stuff.
I hold my hand up for him to like hold on to my hand.
He like gives you like a weird like frat boy kind of like high five.
I just grab his hand and I start to drag him and I pull him into where the altar is.
Okay, so
Was.
you
Was.
you drag him into like the props room. It's been like recently extinguished. He's just kind of like looking around. He's like, ow, dude. Oh wait, hold on. And he just like you let go as you like get into like the props
Oh, I for
room.
sure don't let go.
Okay, so you're like,
do not be
you're-
ridiculous.
Okay, so you bring him into the props room and he just kind of like looks around. He's just like, honestly, this is kind of a bummer. I had some dope stuff in here.
Oh, that's too bad. You had some dope parents too. Maybe this is your fault. What's the altar for?
Oh, it was just a bunch of sick stuff. I had like little collections ever since Thaelyn got exiled. I've been finding some like this dope stuff that he kept around. I had one of his journals that oh man, and he kind of like reaches down into like the where the mound was, and like corroded around the edges is one of Thaelyn's journals. She's like, dude, I love this thing. Look at it now, it's all messed up.
Wait. Did you know about that like ooze thing at all? That would happen?
No, I'm actually really surprised to see that, and once I properly assess this situation, I'm definitely going to need to talk to somebody professional about what just happened here.
Can I roll like an Arcana or a History check to see like maybe if these books are enchanted with these fucking things?
Yeah.
Well, History or Arcana?
What is it you want to find? Like, are you essentially trying to detect magic, or?
My theory is that these like black ooze things, is a result of like an enchantment on the journal, and I want to know if like maybe something I might know, like.
Yeah, roll an Arcana, just like a Arcana check.
Sure. 22.
22. So, you know that there's nothing you know for certain. I just want to say that off the bat, but there are rumors of these journals kind of being not a source of Thaelyn's power by any means, but just like magically, like inherently magic and locked.
Like cursed?
Not cursed, but enchanted by Thaelyn himself to kind of lock in a lot of like their thoughts. Every time one of these premonitions would come to Thaelyn, it would be written into one of these journals. So they would be the premonition from their perspective. So you know that these exist. They were talked about frequently. Whenever Thaelyn was seen around town, throughout the kingdom, they were writing in this journal constantly. Very much kept to themselves, very much didn't really interact with anybody, was constantly writing. So there was a lot of rumors that surrounded this, and the most popular one was that they were enchanted and locked, so only Thaelyn could read them.
I'll turn to what's his face, and I'd be like, Gab, yeah. I'd be like, that's an enchanted Thaelyn's book. Like that could very well be the reason why like these oozes exist.
Hard maybe, bro. Definitely.
What do you mean hard maybe? Get rid of them. What do you mean? Get rid of them.
I don't know how good it is now. Look at it. It's all messed up.
Good. Do you have any others? Is it just the one?
No, man. I got a bunch of dope stuff, and he just kind of like.
God.
Do we see the altar?
Yeah. So it's like not so much an altar as it was just kind of like a fucking like little like side table with some random shit on it. Like it looks like a little like collection, like more.
Oh, so it's not like a legitimately like.
No,
like
that's his word for it.
Cultist
it's not like,
art. It's basically like a shrine to.
Yeah, it's more of a shrine than anything.
Okay,
else. He
gotcha.
just calls it an altar. Yeah. And he's just kind of like sifting through it. Most of it's like dust and stuff. Just like I had his autograph here, man. And like the only thing you really see that's still left is this like kind of like melted sort of like plasticky kind of like fake plume, like a feather, like a quill, like a writing utensil. He has this this journal, and then just a bunch of like charred remains. Nothing else is nothing else survived the flames. But he's just like, I had his autograph, man. There's so much cool stuff. My parents never really dug him. They couldn't really say anything because all their friends were super into Thaelyn. But I always thought he was a dope guy. You know, kept us all safe. And I kept all this stuff in here so my parents wouldn't find it. And now it's all gone. And he's just like super bummed out.
Huh. I mean, so none of the journal survives, essentially?
No, it's somehow stayed intact. It has some like minor corrosion around it. But
yeah, Eddie, they have continuity. Of course they survived.
It's in
It's called plot armor.
Yeah.
They could have been like multiple copies. I don't know.
But
these are the originals.
Yeah, of course. That's a Thaelyn original right there. Priced out at 17 platinum pieces.
You've got to get rid of those right now.
It's like, what am I gonna do with them?
I don't know. Throw them in a lake. I don't care what you do with them. Just get rid of them. I guarantee this is why this is happening.
Alternatively, I don't even have parents anymore or even a butler now. So I'm gonna keep this because it's all I got left, bro.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wait, did I miss something? Did we kill the butler?
No, he bounced when he heard that explosion. He's like, I don't get paid enough for this. You're a little runt. I don't know if he called me a runt. I was half listening. But yeah, he's gone.
Okay. So wait, do I know for well, I don't know for a fact, but I can never know for a fact. But do I have a good idea that that's what's going on? Like at this point, like.
Evidently not, bro. Look what happened.
Fuck, damn him.
I want to kill Gabriel.
Okay, well, hang on.
I want to commit murder.
But before that, Glinny is going to go up to Gabriel, and she's going to offer to store his books in her family's library, who also have a bunch of Thaelyn's journals, because they are also followers of Thaelyn.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
What?
Okay, that's one roll. Do the other roll! 15 or a 16.
Okay. Yeah, so he's immediately just like hyped. He's like, dude, you love Thaelyn too? That is sick. Okay. I wanted to hang out with you anyways. I felt like we connected a little bit, so I'm definitely gonna give this to you. We're gonna hang out, right? We're gonna see each other after this.
Absolutely. Feel free to come view any of his journals at my family's estate.
Definitely holding up with that. I don't really read them as much as I like to like look at them and like stuff for myself. But like, definitely gonna hold you up. We're definitely doing that.
Question.
For me or for Gabriel?
For you.
It's hard to do that.
Is
voice.
he
I don't like
still?
that
No, it comes natural to you. It's crazy. I can't separate the two of you. Is Thaelyn still alive at this point? He's just exiled?
You don't know that.
Excuse me, is your friend Thaelyn, is he still alive?
Oh man, if I was friends with that guy, do you think I'd be here talking to you right now, little bro? I hope so. He went off. Nobody quite knows where.
How long ago? What was the exact date, please?
It's about 4 months ago, so it's sometime last season.
Quick question for you, Dylan. Do we know, are the dreams a thing yet, or is that after Thaelyn died?
That
After he
happens
dies.
as Sarah's call happens in Thaelyn's heart.
Yeah, that doesn't even happen here.
Oh
Yeah, it
yeah,
doesn't
right. It's
happen
not,
in
it's not
Velandor
even
at all.
at. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
even.
you're in a different continent.
I want to
Yeah.
go and I want to like open one of the books.
Glinny's holding.
I don't.
You like
Do you have all of them in your hands?
She's just like,
He only
no,
has
she
the one.
can't. She's so weak.
he only has the one book, the plume, and then he's had everything else burnt up. He had like his autograph, and then there's some other like doodles and drawings that were said to be his. He didn't know for sure, but he wanted them anyways.
Okay,
so
well, she
everything
probably
else
has the
was
journal.
Yeah, so all that's left is the journal and that plume. So
She can definitely lift a journal. She's not that weak.
yeah.
May I please look through that?
Oh, well. Oh, sorry. You go ahead there.
I was just going to
Gabriel.
tell little dude to be careful, and I actually kind of don't want you to because you got those sharp little fingers, which, by the way, ow, he points at his hand. Are you still holding it?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, he
For sure.
talks with his hands a lot, so he's like kind of like jerking you around a little bit.
That's fine.
Oh, well, actually, these shouldn't be looked at just out in the open like this. They need to be preserved correctly.
The look on Ryan's face.
I cast friends, and I say, "Are you sure? I just would like to take a peek. I'm very interested in all the lore and the history, especially from someone who is as mysterious as Thaelyn himself."
So persuasion is charisma, so you get an advantage on that. If you want to
Oh
roll
yeah,
that.
of course I do.
Yeah.
I don't know what what is it like. What do I roll?
Yeah, because you are against it.
I mean, I doubt she's gonna beat a 19, mind you, but what
Let's
would be
humor it. But just contesting persuasion because you're kind of telling yourself not to in your head.
close but no cigar? 17.
Okay. So you reluctantly hand it to him. You're just kind of like, be careful with this.
I think she shows it. She flips the pages. Like
Okay.
I think she
That's fine.
is showing it
I
no
like that.
problem, but yeah,
Okay, yeah,
she's
that's fine.
very careful with the pages.
Is there anything in there that I see? Anything like that stands out with my passive as she's kind of flipping around as I'm like trying very quickly to read. I'm a very good reader.
So what is something that you would kind of want to keep your eye out for?
I don't know, something that just seemed I don't know. I feel like I'm investing too much of what Helix would really care about, so maybe. Do you mind if I see that quill?
Definitely, bro. It's a little messed up now, so just be careful with it. I don't know if it's gonna break at any minute, so. And he kind of just like confusingly like, are we going? Are you going? Are you letting go? Kind of like not sure.
Oh, I'll let
like,
go.
Okay, so he just kind of like pulls back. There's like little scratches into the skin. Fucking razor nails.
Do you mind if I try something?
As long as you're careful with that, bro, it's pretty much all I have.
Glinny, would you please open to the last page? A page that is blank, maybe?
You're not gonna write in it, are you?
Oh, yeah, of course I am.
No.
Okay, well, here, and I hand her the quill. I'm no longer interested in this. This is boring me. May we please have a reward now?
Look, so I'm gonna have to deduct a little bit because I think I have some renovations to do. He kind of like looks around the room. But with that being said, definitely. And he's just like, follow me. And he takes you to another kind of like room on the same floor. You guys can like leave, like jump over like charred bits of like furniture and ooze.
As we're going, I'm thinking again about you should definitely invest in a record player.
Whatever that is, I mean, I could probably afford one. I don't know if I have to invest.
There was this great musician. His name was DJ Lethal. He's a bard that I know of from the long ago. He was very good with scratching on the record player and making very fantastic sounds.
Definitely gonna look into that, little bro. As soon as I figure out what it is you're talking about. He at that moment he like pushes against another one of these like false walls and opens up this like safe room essentially. There's like the most Scrooge McDucky fucking room you can imagine. There's like little piles of like gold and like there's like a small like chest off to the side, and he opens it up and there's just like little like stacks of like burlap sacks essentially, and he just like opens one up and takes this like indiscriminate like handful, puts it in, ties it off, like hands one to like each of you as he just gives you these like random assortments of like coins.
Cool.
Well, friends, it's been lovely meeting you. I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna go spend this all in one place. I leave.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, same.
Glenny leaves her information for her family's estate for Gabrielle to come visit at some point in time. She knows her parents are going to be stoked about having connections with the Gloomhold family.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys leave. You successfully completed this quest. You found out exactly who, what killed his parents. You got Fenway out of this like toxic relationship he had with his employer. And
An accident.
yeah, oops. And then, yeah, so that's the end of these characters. Unfortunately, I really like some of these guys. Maybe we can see a return to them again in the future. But yeah, no, that's that. That's a little bit of history for Velandor, for the reaction of the people of Thaelyn, how they felt about him. And yeah, there we go. I would say you guys level up or something. But,
Yeah, no thanks.
yeah. But I very much enjoyed that aspect of your character, Eddie. That was a lot of fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was so good.
Yeah, I had that character concept like in my back pocket for a long time. I really wanted to use it. It's like, oh fuck yeah, one shot, let's do it.
we should wrap up because we have gone pretty long here. So I just want to reiterate a couple things. One, we have a Discord that we swear we're going to start using. Ryan, if you want to post some link to that, I should probably join it too. I don't use Discord much. I'm in like the initiative order and that's it. On that note, definitely check out the initiative order. Great community. They play a lot of games. Something you can get involved with. Bandit Badgers, great people. Dave is wonderful. They're all awesome guys. They play a lot of different games. They feature a lot of different people. Check them out. And hey, we don't look too bad in these threads. Check out Session 02. Get 10% off. Use the code CRISIS to get one of these swaggy looking designs. I think the one Dane's wearing is sold out.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting those ones back in.
They're solid. I like them. So,
Nice and simple. I also I want to mention none of this was planned. PS, which is tight. Second, also sucks. Third, no one's matching, which is also extremely.
I
Because you
could have
yell at
matched,
us when we do.
but you would have killed us. So
yeah, Ryan, you would have lost your mind.
I mean,
that,
yeah, of course I would have, but I'm just impressed that we all wore a Session 0 shirt and
like
happened to
11
not
Session 0
match.
shirts.
We've given you enough money so that way we don't all end up having to wear the same shirt.
Yeah,
That's
we
fair.
could. I'm pretty sure I have so I have this one.
Doesn't
I
it?
have
We
the
don't have to
black-
go through it. We don't have to go through it. You have them
We'll
all.
talk after. I have them all basically. I don't have.
Everyone's
the one
left
you're
already.
wearing.
Nobody cares.
Okay. YouTube still, but yeah. So that's that. Pretty much. Other than that, Serena has her other channel that she plays on, her dungeon_game.
yeah, that's my personal channel, and then I play there on Thursday nights, and then Friday nights I play D&D over on Stella Luna's channel.
Definitely check out Stella Luna. I have seen bits and bobs of some of their games, and they're all just great RPers and fantastic DM. Definitely check them out. What's the new one? I haven't checked out the new one yet. What are you guys doing over there?
We're still playing the same
Is
campaign.
it the same one? Okay,
Just season 2, baby.
Season 2. There we go. Still like the Greek mythology kind of stuff.
Yeah, we actually went to Mount Olympus the session before last.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Definitely check that out. More links to all that jazz below. Next Sunday, we will be painting with Eddie again. I might crash that session like I did last time.
Yo, what a nightmare that was.
Maybe not while I'm walking around outside.
Yo, Eddie or
Yeah.
Serena, do you guys want to talk about what you guys were talking about before we started? Because that could be a fun idea.
Yeah. So sometime in the near future, Eddie and I may or may not paint the same mini at the same time on stream. We live very far apart, so they would be very different webcams. But
Yes.
we'll have to
Yeah, that'd be really
coordinate.
cool. Yep.
I'll get that
No,
set
that'd
up.
be fun. I would love that.
Yeah, those the streams that aren't D&D are fun.
Yeah.
Are you saying our D&D streams aren't fun?
No, I mean like we're able to like interact. With people
yeah.
more and kind of hang
Yeah.
out and chill and not have to stay immersed and focus and
Yeah. They're,
Yeah.
it's a good
they've
time.
been
Someone will
sick.
comment, and then I'll be like, "So Ryan, what are you doing?" We'll ignore them entirely.
I mean, last time we had to go down a Reddit rabbit hole because Eddie can't
Look,
contain himself.
look.
And you can't tell the difference between black and bad. So.
Okay, when you skim through and you're typing it, you're not reading this post. I just saw NSFW.
It doesn't
and I
matter.
said,
We got
"That's
it. We got
weird."
it.
Thank you for
Eddie,
checking
you're
out this
fine.
one shot, everybody. We'll be here next Sunday painting some stuff, and the following Sunday after that, I think we're featuring somebody on our stream, are we not?
Oh, let's not yet. Let's
Let's shut our mouths. Goodbye,
let's,
everybody. Woo-wee. Just hello, goodbye.
all right. See ya.
Goodbye, everybody. Let's say goodbye. We are leaving.